Hey y'all. Woo! What's going on? Let's talk, let's talk, let's talk. Man, this show was crazy tonight. It was crazy. It had some stuff in it I got to talk about. Y'all know I got to talk about the money. Y'all know we got to talk about the money. I can't wait to talk about the doggone money. But before I do, let me beg for some likes. Y'all, please hit the like button for me. Come in, get comfortable. Okay, loosen your bra straps, your wig straps, your ankle straps, and put your strap beside your bed. Let's talk about this show, what we just saw, what really went on, what's really happening. Bianca Edwards, what's happening, girl? How you doing? Let me speak. Let me greet everybody before I start running my big old mouth. G darling, what's up, Ladybug? How you doing? Debbie Garcia, girl, you know. Now you know I'm glad you're here, because when you're not here, I be looking for you. Y'all, listen, don't y'all sleep on the Debbies. We got Debbie Garcia, and then I be looking for our other girl, Deborah, too. I don't know why I can't never say her last name. Hey, Jackie Gaines. How you doing? Deandra O'Neill, what's up, sis? How you doing? Queen hey, girl. It's so rare we get to see you be working so hard. There go the other Deborah, Deborah Randall. Y'all know who I was talking about. Hey, Plum, how you doing? Silver Diamond, what's happening? The beautiful Chanel D Queen is in the house. We got Learning to Love Myself. How are you? Keisha Harris is with us yet again, our good sis. Yvette, all the way from Birmingham, England, honey, all the way across the water. Our sister's here visiting with us. We got Cheryl in the house. Hey, Cheryl, you made it. Nacho Twins mama, what's up, lady? How you doing? Hey, DS. Vanessa Comagate, how you doing, sis? Love you bunches. Delicia Dismute, how are you? How are you? DV, hello. Antoinette Johnson, how you doing? Good to see you. We got Tasha Rain up in here. Dana Cutler, Miss Steelers Nation, Miss Black and Yellow herself, always representing. Love my dogs too. Hey, sister, love you. Marilyn McGowan, my good sis, I love you so much. We got, who else we got? Is this the beautiful, the gorgeous, the incomparable Miss Nisi Rose is in here. Auntie Eva, hey there. Chocolate Sunshine, how are you? Hey there, Tracy Lashley. I'm so glad you're on the porch with us tonight. We got to talk about these people. And I know Tracy always got something good to tell us. God's anointed daughter, how are you? There's my favorite nephew, King Sankara, Sin City from NOLA. Hey, sis. How you doing? Better today than yesterday. Yesterday was a little rough. I underestimated how sore I was and overestimated my own abilities. So I had to just sit it on down. Miss Gardner. Hey, girl, how you been? It's so good to see you. Long time, long time. Let me see who else. Let me make sure I greet everybody before I start running my mouth. Y'all know how I am with my manners. Zeline, how you doing? Hey, Miss Sparkle. Good to see you. Hey, Rochelle. How you doing? Okay. I think we got everybody. I'm just double checking. Double checking. How is everybody doing? Did y'all enjoy this? Cool Gamer is here. Miss Peaches, N.O., how are you? Good to see you. So listen, this one was a trip. What's up, Marquise Register? How you doing? Good to see you. If anybody else come in, y'all greet them. If I don't, y'all, this episode was a trip. Now, y'all know I'm always have to dig a little bit underneath the bull crap that's going on. We got to dig underneath the bull crap that is going on. Now, y'all, it's some obvious things that you know we cannot let slide in this episode. Is that not true? Is it not true? There are some things that we cannot let slide. We can't let Todd's line slide. We can't let him trying to manipulate them girls slide. We definitely can't let Sheree's little fake trip to that fabric store, if you can call it that, slide. We definitely can't let Drew Sidora's wig slide. No, ma'am. Let's see, what else can we not let slide? We ain't gonna let Sonya slide on that party all the way either. You know, I'm on her side a little bit with that, but not all the way, and we're gonna talk about it. Yes, it's some stuff we can't let it slide. We can't let it slide. Yes, hey Tara Hill. Yeah, Todd is a big piece of work, baby. When I tell you. And just when I thought Kandi was waking up, she woke up enough to protect the corn, but the stupidity, all the stupidity is in full. She's in full regalia. If stupidity was a uniform, Kandi is in full regalia. I see right now exactly how it's so easy for her to get duped by these men. All I'm going to say is thank God. Thank God that Mama Joyce ain't went to go meet her ancestors, honey, because the day she does, Kandi gonna be in a world of trouble. Because we can see right now, other than figuring out how to capitalize on money, Miss Thing ain't got the sense God gave her that. Just don't. Debbie, you better say it. Sonya with that in and out accent, ma'am, come on. Now, everybody, you know, I won't say everybody, but people who come from any particular place or has any particular background, whatever. It's some things like if somebody gets you a little excited, some stuff can come out. But Sonya just be conveniently flipping switches for no apparent reason. Like there's nothing that motivates it, triggers it. It just be flipping in and out, and it sounds so Jamaican. It don't sound Jamaican. It sounds American in a mug. And I'm like, all right, man, come on. Come on now. Ooh, child. But we going to get into it. We going to get into it. Right. Debbie. Riley had that man number for sure. Girl, I don't know. I have no idea why in the world she is continuing with this whole clothing line. I like what you call it, charade. So she renamed this She by Charade. Is that what she should call it? Because I would be okay with that. I would be all right with that. Deborah said, I sure was wondering about that fabric shop trip. Girl, I'm just sitting here like out of all the places you could go. Out of all the places. Nisi, yes. Talking about that fakeness with the accent with Sonya is very cringeworthy. Like it just makes you like almost roll your head to the top of your shoulder blades. Like it pinches the back of my neck. Hey Lala, love you. Oh, you got what going? You girl, you better get that homework done. It's true. Like the group back in the day. I ain't make that up. I stole it. I borrowed it. Unlike people that steal from me, I'll tell you where I got it from. Debbie says, she said, don't play with my money. Right. Honey, Riley was letting it be known. No. But we're going to get into all of it. We are. Now, I'm not going to talk about what's not important. They ain't finna drag me through this. No, because some of the stuff, it was a couple of things that to me were not worthy of commentary. So I'm going to treat it like it is. It ain't worthy of commentary. And so that's that on that. Okay. Yes, she is fake as a $3 bill all day. Queen Mermaid. Yes, girl. It pinches the back. You know how something pinch the back of your neck? You know where your neck meets the top of your back? And it's so cringeworthy. It pinch you right there and it make your head fly back like a Pez dispenser. That's what that fake accent does. It pinches you right there. It touches you at a sore spot. Debbie say that was some bull at the fabric store. They looked at her like, what the heck are you talking about? Child, I was looking at her like, girl, what the heck is you talking about? But look, what we is going to be talking about. I want to start where the episode started for me, if I can be real. Now, the episode started for me at Marlo making it to the darn therapist, because this is where I feel like Marlo need to be. I feel like this was a nice start, Marlo, but please do not stop here. Do not stop here for any reason. This is where she need to be. And let me say this. I appreciate the fact that Sheree referred her there. So that means Sheree know where to go get some help, but she ain't really getting it or she ain't listening. That's true. That's very true. It's been decades of me doing this thing, and I don't know why Sheree is doing what she's doing, but we're going to pray for Sheree. The fact that she knew the name and the phone number and the contact of a Christian psychologist, and yet she's still around here lying and perpetrating a fraud is disturbing to me. Queen say, don't and haven't watched it, just here for love and support. Well, I sure appreciate you, sis. King St. Carl say, Kandi didn't wake up. Y'all sleeping. Billy is still resting. Yeah, Billy's still resting. But Billy watching that grass though. Say what you want to say. Billy goes do like grass, and Kandi watching that grass. Y'all say what you want to say. Now she might be asleep, but one of them eyeballs, one of them shall always be on the money. Tracy say, who is asking for men line when she ain't started the women's line? Girl, don't y'all start me. Yes, chocolate sunshine. That's what he said. That's what your brother said. Hey, Lita, I'm so glad you made it. Tara says Sheree know all the hookups because she don't like to pay for anything. Yeah, but she know Marlo pay, and I don't somehow feel like that man was working for free. But To me, let's talk about all the things that struck me at the therapist's office. And y'all get with me in the chat if y'all peep something I didn't peep, because y'all know I don't see everything. Okay, I can't see everything. I ain't built like that. I ain't that smart. But first things first, I like that she gave him the scenario, but my thing was, why did you break down crying while talking to this man? This ain't the time to be emotional. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like, just talk, tell him what's going on, and be honest about how you feeling. To me, and it's not that I don't cry. Y'all know it's a lot of days my eyelashes have been in pure danger, because y'all know I got the wham because I'm real bald in the face. But even though my eyelashes may be in danger from time to time, that's true. That might be what's going on with Sheree. If she getting help, she might not be listening. But I feel like when you start talking about your feelings, and especially when you somewhere where you know this person is there to help you, what are you crying for? Tracy, I don't know if they were fake or if that's just something that people do. You know what I'm saying? In my book, a lot of times I feel like tears are fake. That's why I don't dish them out all the time. I feel like most people who break down and start crying when they're trying to talk, it's fake to a certain degree. I don't think it's fake like you really trying to force out a tear, but I think it's fake because that's your means of expressing your emotions without using your words. You in a place where you literally paying by the hour to sit on the couch to use your words and tell somebody how you feeling. What is you crying for? Why are we crying, hon? That's my only question. What are the tears for? Why for would we be crying? Just tell the man what's going on, how you feeling, so that way he can kind of probe and find out why you feeling like you feeling. I didn't like that. I ain't like that crying stuff, man. House of Winners, hey, welcome. You say you 100% agree about the fake tears. Yeah, I don't like that. And it's not just her, so please don't think I'm picking on Marlo. Marlo got a lot of times when I'm all right with her. But that right there, I don't like. Why are we crying? You a grown woman. Stop that. Stop that. I went through that with my son. I'll never forget it. Joker had just turned 19 and started that crying stuff. I was like, shut it up. Use your words. If something makes you feel bad, just say, it makes me feel bad. If something upsets you, say, this upset me. You know what I'm saying? That's not to say that a tear might not come out, but that breaking down and hollering and blubbering and ugly crying, to me, that is a maladaptive mechanism to keep you from actually using your words and expressing yourself. Deborah said, I noticed Marlo came makeup free. I did too. It was real nice to see. I enjoyed seeing her without makeup. I enjoy seeing a lot of people without makeup. You know, some people think the makeup make it look better. Some people don't think, some people, that's really their life. But some people really don't need it, in my opinion. I wasn't looking at whether anything dropped at all. I felt like it was a sympathy grab at the therapist, and it was a means of, okay, see how hurt I am. Tell me what I want to hear. And you can't do that. If you're trying to get help, it can't be give me sympathy. It's got to be hear where I'm coming from. Tell me where I'm going wrong. Tell me what I'm doing right. Tell me what I need to change. Give me the tools to help myself. Marilyn says, yes, I tell my clients all the time, speak your feelings. Straight up. I really I have a serious dislike for that. I don't like pity party people. You can talk about what's going wrong with you without hollering. Tara Hill said, my kids say they never seen me cry if they only knew. That's what I'm talking about. Girl, I've had my children when they were younger try to explain to me that they thought mama didn't have no feelings because mama was always composed. And they didn't realize I got feelings. I got plenty of them. If I didn't, they couldn't get hurt. But you can have feelings without allowing your feelings to control your every action. Because at that point, you ain't no better than an animal. Hey, Janice, how you doing? Oh, girl, thank you for the super chat. Dang, I love you too. That's so sweet. Vanessa say, child, she was trying to look like a damsel in distress for that man. I didn't get that, Vanessa. Maybe, but I didn't pick up on that. I picked up on that is what people do. And it's not just her. That's why I'm making it clear. I'm not just picking on Marlo. I don't like when nobody does that. Because I don't think that was a damsel in distress moment. I think that was I'm genuinely frustrated, upset, hurt, disappointed, lost, all that. And I don't know how to put it in words. I'm not going to make it my business to put it in words. But I'm just gonna start crying, and that's childish. Deandra says Sheree needs you to help her bring She by Sheree to a reality. Sheree couldn't afford me, hun. I have to be paid up front. I done heard about you. King St. Carl say Marlo is naturally beautiful to me. I give it that. Oh yeah, absolutely beautiful. That's why I kind of laugh when Kenya called her ugly. It's like, girl, if somebody called you ugly, you would die the death of a run over toad frog. Neither one of them ladies are ugly ladies. Her nor Kenya. They both nice looking ladies in the face. You know, their behavior leaves much to be desired. But them faces is nice. Ain't nothing wrong with the faces. If only the inside matched the outside. If only. If only. Janice says she really messed up her opportunity up, Moho. I don't know. She started talking more. She opened up a little bit more. Vanessa said, I guess because he was easy on the eyes could be me. I think that's you, sis. I think that was a little projection because that man was nice looking. I think that's what happened. Right, Nisa? You feel where I'm coming from. Yeah, in advance. Them always the payment terms with Nitra, honey. Ain't no credit, darling. Ain't no credit. Debbie says Seanitra cannot help because she does not pay. Tell him again. Bless the Lord. Tell him again. King St. Carl say, Mama taught us to keep them tears between you and God. Right. House of Winners say, I think it can be distraction from the real problem. Make people feel bad so they take it easy on you. I can't stand when people do this either. Yeah, tears a lot of times are emotional blackmail. Janice said he is fine though. See, y'all notice how nice that man look. Did you? But let me ask you this before we go any further. Why y'all in here being fast? Y'all thought I wasn't gonna call y'all out on being fast on my porch. Oh, y'all don't forgot who Nitra is. Now, while y'all was noticing how fine he was, and he was fine, did y'all notice that brother didn't mind praying? Did you notice how well he prayed? Did y'all notice that? Because that's what I thought was the most attractive thing on that man. That brother prayed. He didn't mind talking to the Lord. Now, you can't tell me that ain't attractive. You can't tell me that ain't attractive. Y'all talking about how fine he is. Did you hear how good he prayed? Did y'all hear that? King St. Carl said it's definitely not a Marlo thing. It's a people thing. More people use their tears to express than not. They do. It's very infantile. Very infantile. And I don't really respect it. Oh, yeah. That's right, leader. They in here being fast. Thought I wasn't going to say nothing about it. Yeah. That's right, Debbie. She say I'm fast and he was fine. That's right, girl. Tell on yourself. Then can't nobody else tell on you. Look at Vanessa. Y'all cutting up. I knew when I seen that man on the screen what I was in for. I knew it. When I seen him, I say, oh, Lord, here we go. Here we go. Because he got the nerve to be nice looking and dressed nice. And he talked real good and stuff. And looked like he smelled like that barn cologne. Right. That was very attractive. Love my dogs too. Say him praying was a definite turn on for me. That's what I'm talking about. That's them the men y'all need to be looking at. Nisa say who? I didn't notice the fine, but the praying was A1. Now that's what I'm talking about, Nisa. That's my girl. That's what I'm talking about. When the man went to praying, I said, wait a minute. Y'all, look, I was only half watching till he started praying. I said, oh, okay. You know, that's like, listen, that's like Neo in the Matrix. Right there. You find a praying man that looked like he might have good credit and stuff. You mean to tell me, and he black, and his hair was cut nice, and his clothes fit, and he wasn't wearing skin tight Easter suits, and we didn't see no ashy toe knuckles? That's Neo in the Matrix. One of y'all, I hope one of y'all got Morpheus' number, because that was Neo. That was Neo. I'm just saying that, hey now, hey, you find a man that pray, lock him down. I'm just saying that's just a PSA. That's just a PSA from me to you. You find a man that pray, lock him down. Debbie say, same Seanitra, I seen him, but the praying got me. Hello. King St. Carl say, oh no, y'all was listening over the spiritual counselor. Yeah, they was being fast. Yes, no ashy toe knuckles. And no skin tight Easter suits. No, wasn't none of that. This man had on clothes that fit, and he was talking to the Lord. And y'all up here talking about how fine the man was. Ooh. Y'all better hit that like button just for being fast. Hit the like button. I need thumbs. Just for that, I need thumbs. Deborah said he made sure to tell her to come back with the boys. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. You saw that? He was, listen, he was in there, in his head, he was singing, yield not to temptation, for yielding is sin. That's right. You ain't gonna get him by himself and tempt him into no lustful situations, Marlo. And they're acting like Potiphar's wife. Don't start that. Don't start that. But anyway, it was good that she composed herself. And I like when they was talking that she she recognized that she hadn't been consistent. And I'm glad she peeped that, because consistency is key. But also, she ain't nobody mama. What do she know about consistency in parenting? So it was good that she peeped that she wasn't consistent. Now, part of me, y'all, feel like her sister was the one that's kind of been keying her up, like, Marlo, you got to be consistent with these children. Because from what we can see, it looked like her little sister Crystal don't mind calling her on the carpet. And Marlo needs that. She needs somebody who ain't scared of her mouth, that's just going to tell her the truth without trying to be nasty. The girl just needs the truth. King St. Carl said, was his counseling and inspiration from Marlo's safe room? I don't know. Child. Oh, you say was his praying the inspiration? Maybe because he prayed. Maybe that's why she went all about the blood. I don't know. I'm still side-eyeing her for that. I'm sorry. Nothing against you, Marlo, but I don't trust you on that one. That seemed a little iffy to me. But then the fella started explaining to her that you can be strong without screaming at them, and she admitted, and she understands. Like that's why I said I can really tell in my sixth sense that her sister has really been on her, which is good. You need that family support, but you don't need to be hollering at them children. And he told her, and I'm glad that she understood it. And he told her she need to be consistent. She need to have family meetings and sit down with them children. I'm mad he didn't tell her that they need to have family devotion, but maybe he'll get to that. Need to put them children on the schedule. And he mentioned quality time, and she talking about you got Taco Tuesday. Marlo, that's not enough for quality time, baby. That ain't it. And it's so sad that she's gonna have to step up to the learning curve real fast. But them children need what they need, and the other 18 already got her hands full. So she gonna have to step up to the learning curve mighty quick. What you thought was gonna be a quick photo op, and you bring them on there for a storyline, and it'll be simple. I could just buy them some food and buy them some clothes, and then I'm the Muntie. I made up a stupid name, and now I'm a Muntie. At the end of the day, baby, it's not that simple. And it takes more than money to be a Muntie or mama or whatever, because I don't buy that Muntie stuff. Either you're raising them children or you're not. If you're raising them, then you are mothering those children. You might be the aunt, but you are mothering them babies. Okay? And it ain't gonna never be as simple as some outfits, some trinkets, some technology bullcrap, and some food. It's more than that. So I'm glad she went ahead. I'm glad she went right on ahead. Right. She need a real person to sit there and tell her, Suge, what you doing ain't working. And like I said before, I enjoyed that her sister told her, ain't nothing wrong with me taking them for a while, but you don't need to make them children feel no type of way. And I like the fact that the therapist told her that too. You did right to take a break, which y'all know I've been saying that from the gate. Can y'all give me some credit? Didn't I tell y'all, even the therapist said what I said. She was not wrong to take a break. She should have taken the doggone break. That was the most responsible thing she has done since she took those children, was to take that doggone break. But like he told her, you could take a break without making them children feel abandoned. Don't make them feel abandoned. Don't make them feel like you got to get up out of here because you so terrible. You ain't worth it. I can't be bothered. Y'all get no. You ain't got to do it like that. She could have sat them children down. Thank you, sis. That's all I'm saying. I said that, right? See, that thinking stuff, when you pull the emotional bullcrap out the way and you logical, you could realize, hey man, that was the most interesting part to me. That's what it is. She needed to back off because you're not a mama and you're learning. You need training wheels, and these children need somebody who's an expert driver. It's not gonna be simple. Right. The psychological part of raising them children is real. Thank you. I thank you, King said. I appreciate y'all for giving me my flowers while I can still smell them. It's the truth. I said it. Hey, Tylenette, I said it because it's facts. You need to get them children away from you because, like he said, what would have happened if you didn't? Get them kids out the situation. It's some of y'all right now probably need to take a break from your children before you end up snapping their necks like chickens. And people kill me how everybody got so self-righteous, like they own children. They made them want to climb up to the top of the Empire State Building and start practicing swan dives. Deborah said, but then Marlo said she wanted kids because of her tubal pregnancy, she no longer was able to have children of her own. Saying that you want children and the reality of raising the children is two different things. For all we know, maybe she needed to go through this so she could realize why God didn't let her have no babies. Everybody ain't meant to have them. If she's struggling at this stage, what would she have done if she'd had the children that she thought she wanted to have? Right, just regroup, come back to the table. This mothering thing ain't simple. And there's so many people that think this job is easy. That's why they're so disrespectful to mothers. Denise say, right, these little babies, these not little babies, these teens. That's true. These kids is terrorists. And people want to sit up and act like, I can't believe she shut up. I can't believe. Be quiet. If you ain't never wanted to run from your children, you ain't never been a mama. And if you ain't, and I mean just what I said, and I ain't taking it back. Now, you might be a mammy. You might have pushed something out, but you ain't did no mothering if you ain't never thought about running or felt like it or just felt like running out in the middle of the street screaming. DS say, I need a break but have no support. I just pray. But that's the whole point. If she got support, we can't be mad at that. It's just the truth. People kill me with that. You don't like a person, everybody go to line. Thank you, King Sankara. I said that part too. What could have happened? You don't get rid of them children and take a break. What could have happened? God dog it. Okay, let's be real. Can I be real? Can I be real for a minute? I worked in prisons for umpteen years. I'd be nervous about saying how many because I feel like y'all be trying to figure out how old a girl is, and you know I'm sensitive about my stuff. But I saw plenty of women right there in Lowell Correctional in Marion County, Florida, Lowell Annex, that ended up harming their children in a fit of rage. Their own children, not nieces, not nephews, not grandbabies, their own children. And it wasn't that they were people who just was abusers. It was people who had a moment where they snapped because them children can push you. I literally saw an inmate that lost her cool because her child was jumping up in her face and talking back and doing the most. And she hit that girl back and hit her wrong and took that child up out of him. So if mothers sometimes should take a break, it's some mamas right now wouldn't have been in prison. Some of these children wouldn't have got hurt if their mammies were smart enough to take a break. They would say it's not easy. That's why I didn't do it. But I have nephews and nieces that I jacked up to and took a break. That's what I'm talking about. People need to stop acting like women's business is easy business. It ain't. It ain't. It's more than putting on a skirt and a real bad wig. Being a woman it's not easy. Mothering children is not easy. Nisa said exactly. I worked in child care all day and came home to my own child. Believe me, I needed a break on some weekends. Girl, it was some years I wanted a break. I wanted to walk off for a whole year. Janice say, man, 22. I'll never stop being a mother, but she mine since day one. She really don't know them like that, Seanitra. She don't. She still got to learn them babies. Miss Peaches say, Kenya don't have nowhere to send Brooklyn. She need to close her mouth. She can't even send her to Mark. Marlo took a break that she obviously needed. I'm not mad with her. Me either. Because what I said from day one, it's all about the safety of them kids. If you can't see past your dislike for a person, so much so that you would rather have children in harm's way, you a sick soul. King Sankara say, yes, oftentimes harming them to the point of no return. So sad. Everybody need a break sometime. Hey, Egypt, thank you for looking out for me, y'all. She said I need 45 thumbs. Can I get 45 likes? Can I get 45, y'all? Please. Let's do it together. Let's do it together. Tracy Lashley say, you so true. I didn't like my kids, especially when they were teenagers. I never expressed it because I thought something was wrong with me. I was told this feeling is normal. Child, let me tell you something. It is normal. I love my children to death, but I had times when I didn't like them and they were small. Because sometimes them jokers was just bad. They were just bad. It's normal. Don't feel bad about it. But when you feel like that, you pray, you go get some help. You go see a therapist. I did it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It ain't for everybody. But sometimes the need might arise. And if your family needs you, man, do what you can do. You'll find out how hard it is. Child, sometimes during there all the time. Marilyn say, I see it often, and I will always advise having a support system and taking time for self. It's imperative. It is. It is. It's imperative when you're taking care of children. It's imperative when you're taking care of elderly people too. Take your breaks, man. King St. Carl say the most important and essential person in this world is a Black mother. Facts. E. Davis said, I retired from CPS. I had a heavy caseload. It's true. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. And it's so bad that people refuse to have any type of empathy for the job that we do. Vanessa say, Kenya better know Brookie gonna be a teen one day. It's hard. Yeah, her time coming. Everybody look at them little babies when they little tiny, little muffins, granny candies. I call them granny candy because every granny that see them, we all every granny that see them just lose their mind. Oh, they're so cute. They're so precious. That's wonderful. That's great. They're adorable. Look at their little shoes, look at their little outfits, all that. Eventually, they become little people. They go through puberty and adolescence and then teens and then they're young adults, and they never stop working your last nerve. You never stop worrying over them. You never stop running into them challenges. Kenya think it's a game too until it's not. And I think, and honestly, y'all know I can't stand Kenya for nothing. But I think she's an excellent little mama from what we can see. But it don't matter how good you do your job and how well you feather your nest. Them children can be a mess. And these poor babies have been through trauma. And everybody seems to keep overlooking that. Janice says, but Kenya needed something to drag her for. It's just shade, I think. But when you start digging into those areas for shade, again, lets me know you a sick, sad soul. You a sick, sad soul. Like, you got to have a bottom. You got to have a bottom. And it kind of make me nervous when people don't have no bottom. You know what I'm saying? Where is your bottom? Right. A mother's job is never done. Dana say that's why they say it takes a village to raise a child. Yeah, but sometimes people don't have no village for whatever reason. No judgment. Sometimes people just do not have a village. Village is non-existent for some people. For some it's not. So I thought that was cool. Like y'all said, he told her, you can bring the boys. Y'all come as a family. Don't be coming in here by yourself. Because next time Marlo showed up, she'd have had on all the glam, the labels, the short skirts, and makeup, and a bunch of Chanel No. 5. Let me quit playing. Because she might not have done that. But, I think he was making sure, we ain't finna do it like that. Mm-hmm. And then not only that, with them being children, protect yourself too. Not saying them babies would say anything or he would do anything. It's better to have adults in the room. That way it can't never be no type of misunderstanding. Okay? So now, y'all, I like that. That was nice. And then Sheree in this fabric shopping. Can we talk about this little sad fabric shopping, y'all? Yeah, bring them boys in a prayer cloth. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Drape it across her lap. Deborah say Kenya would have with that fake laugh. Oh yeah, definitely. Well, she's just not a nice person, and that's okay. If she like it, we can all learn to live with it. I don't know if we're gonna love it, but we can live with it. You know what I'm saying? But hold on. This fabric shopping. Now, y'all, what was Sheree talking about? Can somebody tell me? They always bring her in for these little quick 30, 45-second snippets, and I'm never sure exactly what they're going to with this. It's almost like we're watching her do a season-long 30-second at a time, 45-second at a time, She by Sheree promo. It's like, oh, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. She going there talking about, well, definitely something that stretches. What do you mean something that stretches? How in the hell are you going to design clothing, madam, and you don't know your fabrics? How? I don't understand. I'm confused. You say Sheree is like Casper. Yeah, she just blow through a room and then that's it. Debbie, I was hoping y'all could tell me. So the lady tried to help her out. Like, are you looking for like a blend, a lycra? Are you looking for a jersey knit? The knits are a little different. I was just like, oh my God. You literally walked in there with nothing in mind. Where are your designs, ma'am? But I guess she doing tracksuits. So, I mean, you didn't know to say, well, I want to do velour, or I want to, you don't have no ideas, Sheree? Tracksuits with no ideas. I'm just, you say Sheree says she want people to see oh my Lord, yes, she did. Talking about a VPL, and the ladies looking at her like, what are you talking about? VPL. This idiot talking about a darn print line. So she's worried about seeing some man's crotch rather than Tracy. You better say it. Where are the designs? Not a sketch in hand. Even if she had something in mind, and if she wasn't sure, because we know that's not her background, she could have brought her sketches and said, okay, look, this is what I want to do. Can you recommend, like, I was thinking this fabric, do you think something else would actually work better? Would be more useful? Like, nothing, just showed up butt naked, talking about nothing, something that stretches. Nisa says, I was confused about that. She didn't have a notebook in hand, just seems not prepared. Exactly. And consider the fact that didn't Kandi just get through telling her she need a team? She should have somebody else doing this for her. Let somebody else do it for you. Jackie say, just like she thought Martell was her new man, she don't know her alleged craft either. That's the problem. This ain't her craft. This is not her craft. And what's bad is it's an insult to everyone else, including myself, who actually can say that this is our craft. Like, I don't know why people think if you got a couple of coins, you can just say you're gonna do something and do it with no talent, no background, no preparation. Like, it's almost like she don't even take it serious. She just thinks she can do it. Forever Brown Sugar 21 says Sheree need to quit making a fool of herself and get a real storyline. Well, look like that ain't gonna happen. Unless she gonna come out and talk about how she thought she was going with Martell and he clowned her and said he don't know her. Yeah, she's still sourcing without knowing what she's sourcing. Love my dogs too say she might as well start preparing for She by Sheree funeral. Child, I ain't studying She by Sheree. She ain't by Sheree. At this point, I don't think she even gonna make an outfit for her own funeral. It's not happening. Vanessa say my best friend is an Aquarius, but I don't like Kenya. Girl, I'm an Aquarius and I don't like Kenya. Like, in all honesty, as raw as Marlo can be, Marlo is an Aquarius. Like, she's closer to how we behave. Marlo's behavior is a lot closer to Aquarius behavior. I don't know what's wrong with Kenya. Maybe they lied to her about her birth certificate, but she's giving me some Capricorn energy. I'm not getting no aqua from her. Deborah say Sheree didn't know what she was talking about. She didn't. And then that whole print line comment, it was so vulgar. It was so tacky. And some weird initials that she made up. I'm assuming she made that up. DS said, where are the sketches she had from years ago? Child, when Michael Knight left the planet, I think they left with him. G. Darling say, Medea ain't even said, learn your fabrics. Yes. She didn't even know the name of the fabric, honey. She said something that stretches. It's a lot of things that stretch. King St. Carl said, Kenya did tell her to keep her notebooks handy. Everybody trying to help her, and this girl is beyond help. Kima, I love you. She said, Shy Sheree ain't dropped an available fashion line yet. She just needs to hang it up, flat screen. Exactly. I love you bunches. Y'all, when y'all see Kima, show her love in the chat. That's my baby. Lily say, we don't have any garments. I don't have her Bravo paycheck, and I stay stocked with products. When I had my boutique in Buckhead, I stayed on top of things. That's all I'm saying. People with a lot less money keep it running. People with shoestring budgets keep it running. Girl, you would have had one scammer in your pocket and one scammer you was playing with. You get Bravo checks and apparently PPP loans, and you still can't get it jumping, ma'am. Why? David said exactly. I'm not, but I know more than she does. Right. Unfortunately, sis, that ain't hard to do. Deborah said, what happened to that stockpile? Girl, you know I was going there next. This is why I love Deborah Randall. This is why I love my sis, because she plucks it right out my head. What happened to the stockpile? What happened to the stockpile of fabric? I just got fabric stockpile. Where is the stockpile? Where is the stockpile? Say she is a lie. Child, Martell said, who that? Like we said about Sonya, who that? Martell say, who that? Yeah, and she probably real close to that Capricorn because that's what she giving me. And I feel like I could say that because I'm dead set in the center of my sign. Pure aqua. Everything about the girl. We'll call you out on the lie. We'll roast you. Tracy said maybe she going to officially drop the line when she got her fashion show. Well, she had the fashion show at the end of taping, and taping is over. And we still ain't seen no clothes, sis. Where the clothes at? Where the clothes at? Right, Lily. This is why I love my sis. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. It's a reason. See, some of y'all, it's the reason why I love you like I love you. Terrell say, let's just be honest. Sheree just ain't that smart. See, Terrell, I didn't want to say it, but I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it. Right. Debbie say the moths ate her homework, child. They ate up the designs and the fabric. But that was it. I ain't going to give her too much on that 45-second little commercial. Then we get to my favorite part of the episode, Beyond the Therapy. Now, the therapy made me feel good that this girl is getting help. I hope she go 3 times a week. I pray she do. But you say that was a stockpile of lies. Oh, no, not the stockpile of lies. So listen. My favorite part, Kandi Todd. So anyway, so they talking about their trust. You know, I say will because, you know, that's the term that everybody understands. You start talking about trust, people get confused because most, you know, a lot of folks don't understand that it's good to set up a trust. It's good to have a trust while you're alive. It helps protect your money. Just an extra layer of protection. I'm just saying. None of my business. I'm just talking. Don't mind me. But I like that they had that conversation. So while they sitting there talking, I'm gonna tell you the first thing stuck out to me. And I meant to say stuck out. I meant that. I did. And listen, it's just a disclaimer. When real ignorant stuff, entertaining stuff is happening, y'all will catch me using some real ignorant conversation, colloquialisms, verbiage, and dialects. Forgive me if you can, but buckle up and let's go. So what stuck out to me was he said, these girls are entitled. First of all, let's be honest. Can we be real? Our children are entitled. They are. What the hell are we working for? What are we sacrificing for? What are we slaving for? If not for our children, the things that we put together, the things that we amass, the things that we accumulate are for our children. We are literally borrowing our possessions and assets from our children. Down to our landed properties, we are borrowing it from our children. Simple as that. They entitled. You weren't talking to Kayla because Kayla ain't behaving like she's entitled. What you mad at is the fact that Riley knows that she's entitled to the things that her mama has worked for. That's really everything he did. I knew it was pointed at Riley. You're pissed off because she was not timid and had a voice and had the nerve to say she don't trust you to do for her like her mama do for her. That's what pissed him off. So he went to talking about entitled. And then Kandi was like, while they having this conversation, because he mentioned the entitlement part later. I don't want to skip ahead. But when they went to talk about it, of course they had to talk about the girls, what they doing right now. And I like the fact that Riley's now a sophomore over there at the school and she's doing good. And Kayla working in TV production, and that's nice. And they doing well. And then Kandi went to talking about the fact that they had, she had assets beforehand, and she had assets, they got assets that they accumulated during the marriage. That's why he wanted to start all them businesses. Terrell, say it again. Mama Joyce was right. Right, Cheryl. He always been jealous of Riley. DS talking about Todd and them little hands. Yes, all the better to steal from you with. He figures since his hand's so small, you won't notice it slipping in your pocket. Hell up out of here. I told y'all I don't trust that garden gnome. Not for nothing. Not for nothing. You wouldn't trust him either. I'm telling you. Listen, if you need a step stool to punch me in the knee, I'm not trusting you. It's nothing. He must say, man, I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it. Woo, child, Riley sure look a little lighter than before. I'm just saying, is it me? Listen, she did, but I want to believe, Kima, that was some, buying foundation is not her right shade. Now, I want to believe that. Lily say, but Kandi is outsmarting him by doing the trust. Sure is. And see, it put him in a spot. Because if you buck too hard, then people going to say, well, what you bucking for? You dig what I'm talking about? King St. Carl saying Kayla was sitting over there like I'm agreeing with the money. You got darn right, because at least if she is allowed to set up the trust now, you'll get something. Because left to your daddy, you'll get a whole lot of nothing. He'll get a whole nother woman, be spending his money on broads and liquor and whatever else, whatever other vices he got. And you'll be on a real short purse string, just like you are right now. Oh, but I ain't done. Lala say Kandi Todd giving me the vibes like Tim with the girl hips from Sweetie Pies. Oh yeah. Oh, if Kandi don't set this trust up, hey Dora, if she don't set this trust up, she gonna have a tragic freak accident. I see it coming, and I hope she do too. Yeah, she should have listened to Joyce, but people don't listen to mamas because they don't respect mamas. Deborah saying Riley's right. However, I'm certain Joyce will run him out of Atlanta. Yeah, but paper talks and BS walks. And if you ain't got that paper, he got a piece of paper called a marriage license. Period. Say her daughter is grown. How the heck he gonna tell her what to do with her money? Baby, that's what he want to do. Say he treats them young ladies so hard. What a creep. Yeah, no, he treat his daughter so hard. He mad because he can't do it to Riley. I'm trying to tell you, child. Kimani say, y'all know Todd gonna be in all the money conversations looking like the leprechaun with no gold all day. Deandra say Todd is the one who feel like he and Todd. Yes. Oh, but Kandi ain't your mama, honey. A sugar mama does not a mother make. Your mammy left you with a whole different legacy. Because I heard she was doing other things, Todd. That's the legacy your mama left you. Sounds like your mama left you poverty and bad decisions. And dishonesty. Lily say, at first I was hoping he wasn't like that, but once you was on his side, but I see everything everyone is saying. Oh, I seen him from the gate. From the giddy up, I saw him. Debbie say Kandi better put it in a legal document. That's what she was doing, girl. She was getting her paperwork together. Terrell say, I ain't like how Todd treated his own daughter. This one thing I agree with Kandi on. Oh, yeah. I was so glad Kandi finally doing the right thing. Yeah, he claiming tough love. He just mean his daughter. It's beyond that. Y'all be missing it, man. Listen, that mean to his daughter act, it was to try to make Kandi feel bad and pressure her into not doing for her daughter. Like, see how tough I am with my daughter? This what you need to do with Riley. He wanted her to stop spending on her child, baby. That was a maneuver. Don't y'all fall for the stuff these men be pulling now. Carrie Clark, how you doing? Debbie say he didn't mention Ace or Blaze in that conversation. Sure didn't, because them his kids. The problem he got is Riley. That's his problem. Vanessa say Mama Joyce will kill him dead. He better chill. But she would have to kill him before Kandi, because if Kandi go first and everything is legally his, when he dropped dead, everything will end up going to his next of kin, which is his oldest child, which is not Candy's child. And that'll still be the wealth leaving her family and going to his. The devil you say. If he want wealth, he better go and amass it. You don't eat off no woman, and a woman should never be dumb enough to let a man eat off her. Lily say, today men are looking to take our money. Show our girl, and you better be looking to give them the slip. You better juke. Hit them with that juke move. Okay. Hey, Darren Hood. Cheryl say Kandi love that girl, but he make it hard for her. Child, Kandi's a fool, but I'm glad she ain't completely stupid with her money. Nisa say Todd want to keep the money between him and Kandi, less hands in the bag. Right, if he keep it between him and Kandi, when she drop dead, everything's his. That's the key. What you say, Egypt? Say Riley not having it. She don't play with Todd or Kandi at all, and I'm glad. It's good she talk up for herself. Debbie say, you seen the list they had before they married? Mm-hmm. That's right. Sure did, Debbie. So listen, y'all. Then when the conversation started off, well, I mean, as far as assets, like the Jersey crib, I should leave that to Kayla. Child Riley quickly said, that's fair. In other words, child, ain't nobody dragging no raggedy condo with her. She can have it. I say, go ahead, Riley. Go ahead, Riley. Kimani say, he always been jealous of Riley. That's why he forced his daughter Kaylee on TV back in the day. Oh, yeah. Completely jealous. Completely. You can say what you want to say. She was born into this, and you trying to smuggle your child into it. Let's get that straight. King St. Carl said you supposed to be the breadwinner, and you over here sitting in your feelings because your wife want to make sure her daughter straight with her money. Pathetic. Oh yes, baby. Y'all know. Listen, can we walk down this road? We got to walk down this road of all of the nonsense that slid out his mouth. Oh yeah, Don Juan better know better. He better know more than Todd. And thank you, Lala. Say it again. Say it with me, ladies. This is why you don't marry down. Class, this is why you don't marry down. Riley's becoming a lawyer, so Kandi better listen to her. Child, listen, Riley knows she got her mama heart, and that's what counts. Deborah say if Kandi go first, Todd going second. Joyce got that in her will just in case. Oh my God. Nisa say Todd said it like a prized possession. Yes. And the paper disappear. There's always this episode. Yeah, that's all right. We got proof. We got proof. Yeah, I said it says smuggle. You trying to smuggle your child into wealth because you wasn't man enough to go and create wealth. Useless. Useless. You ain't got the power to create wealth. So you wait for a woman to do what you, a whole man at your big age, can't do. So you can smuggle your children into the wealth she created for her babies. Ooh. DS say the queen ain't supposed to marry the gardener. Girl and the maintenance man neither. Catherine Bennett say Riley got her foot on Todd and Kandi's neck. Kayla seemed cool with her. Hey, I'm just saying. That's a the sis said he going second. Doris say never marry below your tax bracket. Hey, that's what Marlo saying. I don't think she wrong. Tara Hill say Kandi don't play about her money. No worries. Girl, Kandi had me worried there for a minute because she was acting real goofy about that little leprechaun. Good Lord. What? Shut up, Seanitra. I almost asked the wrong question. Somebody might answer it. But anyway, so he's sitting there. He claims what he want to do is piece the money out to him. Talking about something. I would, give him $5 million at one time. See, then, you next thing you know, a couple of bad decisions, it'll be $130,000. How the hell would you know? When did anybody give you $5 million? When did anybody give you access to $1 million before you met Kandi? Nigga. Yes, at his big age. You at your big age. You still ain't learned to create wealth. You still can't manifest no money. Weakling. I don't even know how Kandi get excited for him. Deborah say, but remember, Kandi wanted to help her like Riley, but he wouldn't let her. I'm telling you, it was a maneuver, Debbie. Think about it. What's the quickest way in the mind of a leprechaun? I want everybody here. Close your eyes and think like a leprechaun. If you were an evil, greedy leprechaun and you wanted to steal from a queen in her own right, who was lavishing her attention and money on her very own little princess, would you allow her to start lavishing on your princess too? Or would you say just for spite, no, don't do for my kid. That's not right. So you can prove how morally superior you are. And you can blame this on morality. So you can try to maneuver and manipulate her into not lavishing on her own child. he couldn't let her do for his child if he was trying to talk her out of doing for hers. Y'all got to think like an evil leprechaun now. Oh yeah, when he stormed off with them little bitty legs, looking like a disgruntled Oompa Loompa. King Sankara say the bigger conversation is, when did men start marrying up? I know that's right. You shouldn't want to. Nisi say that part only 5 million in his imagination. You ain't never made 5 million, boy. You ain't never made it. Hey, come again. I ain't never liked them either. Right, Tara Hill. No, me gold. He up there trying to guard me gold doubloons. But them is not your gold doubloons. Them is Kandi's gold. That's Kandi's gold. That ain't none of yours. Up here guarding pots of gold that you ain't never had. Sick of him. Lala say he's the evil stepmama in Cinderella. He sure is. Minus the bomb wardrobe. Because y'all say what y'all want to say. All the villainesses in Disney movies had the best outfits. Vanessa say Todd pimping Kandi. Go do 2 for 20 plays. Work woman work. Yes, honey. Oh, he was mad. Yes, she got the prenup thanks to Mama Joyce. Right, made it when he married Kandi. That was his way of making it. Vanessa say production was shady when they showed her accomplishment in his column. Ooh, child, that was mean. That was mean, baby. That was mean, but I loved it. I loved it. And so now, did he want to piece it out to him so the money can be gone? He want to hold on to the money and put him on a budget, on a stipend, so he can have the money. And then by the time they know anything, all the money that he was in charge of will come up missing. All the money he in charge of gonna come up missing. Oh yeah, Kayla talking about some. Well, first of all, Riley was like, that would never happen, and I loved it. Kayla was like, when she went to talking, little mama said, hey, Mary Evelyn, how you? But Kayla was like, he's never dad. He's just everything is about business, business, business. He's never dad first. And that said a lot to me. I caught all of that. Riley pointed out the obvious. Lifestyles and how y'all treat y'all children is way too different. Okay? And she said she would be in a bit of a situation, and she would. Terrell say Todd need to keep that same energy for himself. Sure do, because you don't have no problem taking trips and spending money that you ain't made. Lily say he looked at Kandi as business. That's what I took from that, Lily. That's what I took from that. Yes. God bless Mama Joyce. Bronze her shoes, all of them, and buy a whole new set. Carrie say, love your girl, keep it real, Seanitra. That's all I can do. I'm just saying. Debbie say, Riley said, I've never been on a budget and never will be. Child, I liked it too. Because he was sitting there like, you think so too? Like he wanted Kayla to lie for him. Kayla was sitting there like, man, I can't lie for you. And I like that Riley said I would be in a bit of a situation. And she was talking about, not only, my lifestyle, but the way I spend, how much I spend. And that's true. And he was like, no, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Just lying. Yes, it would. And you would have a problem with how much she spends. And Kandi hit the nail on the head. It was like, no, I could see you putting her on a budget and saying, you're going to have to make it work with this. And he talking about teaching lessons and tough love. This ain't about no lessons and tough love. And did y'all catch his confessional? And first of all, why are they giving these Negroes confessionals? We wanted to see the housewives, not the house dusties. Did y'all see his confessional with that dusty speech? Oh, I want her to pay her own bills and have a job, and she pay for her own and got her own apartment. You sound dumb. If that wasn't the dustiest speech, that sounds like the kind of crap that dustish American men say to Black women as an effort of saying, please don't hold me to a standard or expect me to be a provider. Because God forbid that a woman expects you to be, oh my God, a man. What were we thinking? Yeah, his daughter tried to tell him. Oh, I see it dissolving. I see it. It ain't gonna last. Kandi's still dumb, but he's slowly getting tired because he's losing control, and that's what he wants. Deborah said, where did he come up with the $5 million? Kandi worth over 40. Right. Because he's trying to figure out Well, how do I make sure that they don't get, what's coming to them? Maybe he counting 20 to him, and then the other 20 million split between her children and his one child. Kandi a goddamn foolish. She leave any of her money to Kayla. She has a daddy. And he's going to be able to claim some of them joint assets. Let her get hers off of that. Let her get hers and off of that. Because ain't no way in hell that Riley shouldn't get the lion's share. She is the oldest girl in that family. She is the eldest girl. She's the senior sister to all of them. And she's supposed to get the most. Because that's her mama and her mama's earnings. Don say, hey, cuz, if he was a real hardworking man, he would have kept his job at Bravo and let her alone to be on. Left her on the Rage Show. I don't know about Rage. What's Rage Show? DS say Riley isn't his daughter to be teaching lessons to. He ain't been a father figure to her. Right, this ain't about lessons. This about maneuvering, lying and being slick as snot. Terrell said, why didn't he go buy a house and put Kandi in it? If you don't preach, well, why didn't he? Lala say he's the type to get a divorce and ask for alimony. Sure will. Sure will. And next thing you know, he'll be in the next City Girl video twerking. Vanessa say he literally had an attitude over the girls. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Alita say, I'm surprised they stayed together for this long. I couldn't respect the husband that live off me. Could not. Could not. It's a reason why I love Papa's footprints, baby. Because ever since I ever seen him, he was a man. He ain't never gave me, t-shirt and panties energy. He ain't never gave me a thong and hooker heels energy. And that's what Todd giving me. David says she need to leave him what he brought into the condo. Right. But see, unfortunately, she was dumb enough to let him start all them little businesses. So he gonna want to cut off of that. And if it was me, I'd burn it to the ground before he take a penny. Come again, say it reminds me of the men who asked me, do you live alone? Exactly. A man asks you, do you live alone? You need to ask him why. You plan on robbing me? Sin City say he's the housewife in this scenario. Exactly. Say I live alone and all right alone. Nah, I don't live alone. I live with Smith, Wesson, Taurus, Sig, and Sauer. I live with a lot of people. It's a lot of us. It's a whole lot of people. Like Smokey said on Friday. My mama don't like a lot of people coming around. You don't want to come over here. It's a lot of people in here. Talking about, do you live alone? Right. The sassy little elf. Sick of him, too. Sick of him. Right. Burn, baby, burn. I'll burn the castle to the ground for another horse sit on my throne. Sarah Hill say, I always thought Kandi was never Todd's type. She ain't. What's her type is his wallet. You say you, Jesus, and friends. Well, Jesus over here too, but don't forget all my cousins. Say don't. Wait a minute. I had to stop and laugh at that. Leader say don't get sis started on her pieces. I'm just saying it's a whole lot of us over here. Okay, it's a whole lot of people in this mug. Don't come sliding over here, all willy-nilly. Because we'll pray for you after. But get this now. Hold on. So Todd was like, I want y'all to be self-sufficient. Kandi pointed out this lesson crap. And then she told him flat out, I don't trust you to do the things that I would do. We don't think the same way. And so you wouldn't be making decisions the way I would make them. He's talking about that's effed up. And that shows how out of sync we are. And did y'all see how he tried to guilt her? What's effed up about saying we don't think the same? What's messed up is, oh my God, there's nothing I can do. There's no amount of emotional blackmail. There's no fit I can throw that's going to make her bend and fold and just give me everything she has and forget about her child and let me have control over wealth that I didn't create. Ain't that something? Oh, Debbie. Girl, that said it all. She told the truth. We don't think the same. So you're not going to do what I would do for my kid. Don D said the fact that Phaedra set them up when he would see Kandi on set himself. Sounds like he wasn't really checking for her. He probably wasn't. Nisa said that's the moment that his greedy self got frustrated. Sure did. Walked out of there looking like Cotton Hill. No shins, baby. Kandi wrote no scrubs. I'm going to need the No Shins remix. That's all I'm saying. And it was just so funny how he walked out and talking about, yeah, this disrespectful. Go on, get your paperwork ready then. Go on, get your paperwork together. And then had the nerve and then talking about they so disrespectful. Who the hell disrespected you? Nobody called you out your name. They didn't talk back to you. Nobody said nothing slick to you. Nobody cursed while they was talking. Nobody did nothing disrespectful. What they did was they basically, because he wasn't calling Kayla disrespectful. He was calling Riley disrespectful. You mad because you know you have a right to what your mama created for you. Just disgusting. See, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know who I blame for this? Black women. We responsible for this bull crap. Yeah, we strong than a mug. We can compete. We can build. We build businesses. We build families, honey. We get educations. We don't just go to school and squeak by. Our girls coming out magna summa cum laude. Baby, we showing our behinds. We doing all that. And even at that, we should still be demanding that men be men. And instead of doing that, what we've been doing out here, up here singing with these clowns and half of them wearing thongs tighter than yours, talking about Miss Independent from Neo. And you don't even know if he really telling you to be Miss Independent or he want to be Miss Independent. Then you listening to Boosie because he finally learned how to spell a word. Probably took him all year to learn how to spell that goddamn word. Independent. Shut up. I don't care if I make 1 million. I still need Papa to provide for me. I am a woman, Damon. But we done let these dusty Negroes get away with this crap for too goddamn long. And that's why he felt the need. He had the unmitigated goal to get his inch-high private eye behind on television, singing the independent anthem about his daughter and really talking about Riley, you're pissed off because her mother provided for her and she ain't got to scrape and scrounge and settle for struggle love with a dusty bandit like you. That's why they feel entitled to what you make. Because y'all listen, sisters, we sitting up here, sitting on top of the pile. We demand everything. We demand our education because ain't nobody giving us nothing. If I'm lying, put a 1 in the chat. If I'm telling the truth, put a 2 in the chat. Don't nobody give a black woman nothing. We demand and fight for our education. We demand and fight to build our businesses. We demand and fight to build and then protect and defend our brands. We demand and we fight that our children are successful. We sending more of them to the university now than we ever did in the past. And that's by our hand because these men done walked off. But then when it's time to deal with a man, we scared to demand anything. Walk in talking about, I don't need much. The lies you tell, I need it all. Kandi played herself, but I'm glad it looked like she waking up. At least protect your kid from this goddamn dust bunny you done broke into your house. I was so mad, y'all. If I could have reached through that screen, I'd have wrung his neck like he was a rooster. I'd have wrung his neck. It was disgusting. Come again, say Todd should never address another man's child. Block should roll up. Block can't roll up because Block ain't so much as bought that girl a cheese sandwich. Kandi the one need to roll up because Kandi the one that was providing and working. That was Kandi writing them songs. That was Kandi bleating like a billy goat. That wasn't Block. That was Kandi. Whether I like her or not, she earned that money fan square. Feet, knees, or back. I don't care how she got it. She worked for it. That's her money. Forever Brown Sugar 21 say Todd had a whole tantrum like a child, pouting and acting like a mad nut. Sure did. Vanessa say so many of us are insecure, so we feel we have to settle. But who told you that lie? When you the baddest thing walking, the whole world waiting on black women to tell them what to wear, how to fix their hair, how to dress, what slang to use. They waiting on us to tell them who to be. And you insecure for what? You the blueprint. How the hell you insecure? Exactly, Debbie. Facts. Insecure for what? Ask yourself the question. If the man you talking to walk off and leave you, can he get another you? Absolutely not. Because You can't find two sisters that's the same. We are as unique as thumbprints, doggone it. I don't care if we twins. We are diversity. Heck up out of here. Kandi better tighten up. Society taught you that, baby. That's the miseducation. You better re-educate yourself. We fought for everything else. Fight for your self-respect, your self-esteem, your self-worth, your self-value. Fight to keep your money to yourself. Chocolate say, I see marriage counseling coming, then a divorce. Child, let's just skip to the divorce. Can we skip ahead in the story? King Sankara says, everyone sees the power in y'all except y'all. Come on, queens. Facts. The facts. And when they run into a black woman that actually knows what she toting, and she don't mind letting you see what she toting, then the hate come out. It's the hate from other people. It's the hate from some black men, a lot of them that hate black women. And then we get hate from other sisters that's scared of their own goddamn power. So they just praying that you'll tone yours down. Again, heck up out of here. Right, Lily. It's on TV now. Now it's on TV. Girl, I want Sonya to go away too. I'm sick of Sonya. He jealous of her career. He jealous of her accomplishments. At this point, I feel like he just want to be her. They are the same height. He probably been in there trying on her wigs when she not home. He ready to be her. He ready to be her right now. But it was just the idea that he calling them disrespectful and not them. He was saying girls, but you meant Riley. Riley was the one that was heating you up. Riley was the one that was making it itch and sweat up underneath your lace front. Tadara. It was Riley that pissed you off. Tadara? Honey. It was Riley. Let's just call it what it is. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead to when him and Kandi went to talking again, because I know I'm skipping around, but I wanted to put it together. Okay? That's what I said, Vanessa. How the hell was they disrespectful? I had almost skipped away. I'd almost skipped ahead again. Debbie said Kandi ain't had a man in her life that didn't have less than him. She was always the breadwinner. Yeah, but you can change it. You can change your story as long as you're alive. There's hope. But when they went to sit down again, he was still mad. That's when he made that entitled comment. I almost jumped too far ahead before y'all. And she was like, but you can't take it personal. He's like, oh, it's always personal. How is it personal? How? And so Kandi was like, well, they should have a safe space where they can talk and say what they need to say without, reprisal, without backlash or whatever. She didn't say it like that, but y'all get what I'm saying. Okay? But, well, they can, but I think at that point, I think that's when it kind of hit him like, my behavior is going to show up my real motives. It was kind of like one of those moments. And then he's like, he finally admitted that I probably wouldn't do what you would do. I probably wouldn't do what you would do. So you better just get your paperwork and just go and get your paperwork in order so they don't have to talk to me about nothing. Just bitter. Say he better leave Riley alone. It's odd. Very odd. But it's not really odd, though. Let me take that back. Is it odd, sis, or is it expected? Because Mama Joyce tried to tell y'all. So that statement he made, Kandi better take heed. She showed better. Hey, Lakeisha, say it was a scheme that Todd set up for him to come to you with the BS. Yes, girl. Yes, say it again, Keisha. Vanessa say, Kandi, you need to speak on it. Your man is whack. Yeah, while you speaking on everything else, can you speak on the fact that Rumpelstiltskin over there trying to take your money? Y'all, hold on. I think my baby here. I think my daughter is here. Is that my baby? Y'all, my baby home. Oh, shoot, y'all. I feel like I'm winning for real. My big girl is home. That's why her not in the chat. Because she done caught a plane and came out here to see her mom. I'm so excited. Right, Terrell, red flags. Red doggone flags. So anyway, listen. Because we finna keep on getting through this thing. One of my other babies went and got her from the airport, so I ain't even have to stop talking. I could just keep talking. But anyway, then they went to talk about this play situation because apparently the play closed early. So now she said one of the producers done reached out to her to ask if she want to do another play And she was like, kind of thinking about it. He telling her, just do it. If you serious about it, just keep doing it. It's okay if the first one or two don't go right. Still try to do what you can do. And that wasn't bad advice or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Child, that thing had to go come again. We'll talk. We'll talk. But anyway, anywho, and then that's when she got on my nerves. And she was like, oh, he's the perfect partner for me. And he knows how to motivate me and blase squaze. Girl, you looking for a reason. I feel like what we saw in that scene, y'all, was Kandi grasping at straws. She's grasping at straws. She's looking for a reason to make her situation with Todd make sense. Because I think at this point she knows that this don't make sense to nobody but her. Everybody can see that this man ain't no good. She know them cameras was rolling and everybody saw the hissy fit that he threw about her money. So she was grasping at straws to try to find a way to make it make sense why she with somebody who clearly do not give a rat's behind about her. Okay? Right, pimp or motivate. Okay, pimps is real motivational. Y'all know I love Bishop Magic Don Juan. Pimps is motivational. Don D says, so you was not motivated for the last 30 years, girl. You was motivated as hell. You put together all that money he trying to steal. Yeah, my baby home. Yeah, that's the workhorse. Hello. He gonna work her up to she. I'm telling you, if Todd had his way, he would work that girl till her feet caught fire for real. Needs to say he knows how to manipulate you, Kandi, because you his money making machine. Thank you, ma'am. That's all. King Sankara said he was a producer and can't even control those emotions on the camera. That's how you know it was all real. Sure was. Sure was. Money grubbing little leprechaun. Hold on. Say that play closed because wasn't nobody there. Right. It's one thing to go to Broadway, baby, but it's another thing to stay there. And it's a whole nother thing to get people to come out to your show. Now, I'm just saying. And it's still an accomplishment you got there. Hell, I say the leprechaun might be right. Try again. The next one might work. Ain't nothing wrong with failing. Don't nothing be to fail but a try. Try again. Somebody got to. Somebody got to have the nerve to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have a problem with that. I thought that was okay. But I hope she peeped that this man was just running game. And I hope she understands that we saw you grasping at straws, Kandi. We saw the grasping at the straws. All of them. So now, anywho, moving right along, because that wasn't enough. So then this party set up and people started showing up at Sonya's house. So Sonya decides she's going to throw Sheree a surprise party. And Kandi gets there, bring up being kicked out, talking about, are we going to get kicked out? And I'm thinking, okay, I guess it's funny, while she talking to Marlo. But I feel like, yeah, so you're not even going to address the fact that, this girl literally had to put y'all out because she was really being disrespected. It's supposed to be her trip and y'all picking fights with each other. I don't know that I blame her for putting y'all out. But whatever, I guess that's just par for the course. Nobody don't see what they do wrong. Drew come in, shading the girl, talking about this is not in Atlanta. I had to drive so far. And said that she ain't bring no present for Sheree because her presence is the present. I feel like if you felt like that, Drew, you and that wig could have stayed home now. Then Kenya showed up, greeted everybody, including Marlo. I thought that was very nice because that's all you got to be. It's cordial. You ain't got to act ugly. And then her and Marlo both in the confessional acting like, acting like they hurting somebody by not liking each other. Look, if y'all don't like each other, be grown women and move on. You don't like her, she don't like you. Let it be. Marlo's like, nope, she ain't finna get it at me today. Okay, so then don't mention her. And then you got Kenya in the confessional. Hey, Shanika, see, you got Kenya silly behind in the confessional talking about, it's easy to ignore Marlo because Marlo's irrelevant. Yet you're talking about her, sugar. You talking about her. How irrelevant is she? Both of them is being childish at this point. But anyway, then the first thing she went to doing was, she had shade about how far she had to drive. Then she shaded the girl fake tree. She got to get a real tree. Sonya talking about, she good at decor, so I'm going to get advice from Kenya. And she asking her about the color of the wall and this, that, and the third, because Kenya knows so much about decor. I don't know how. You did better to ask Sheree about decor. Hell, you should have asked Sheree how to plan a party from the looks of things. Are you serious? Drew is an aqua? It's just not believable. It's not. She lied too much. I don't know about that. What is her birthday? That's crazy. But anyway, to me, I felt like Sonya is kissing up hard. The fact that you saying Kenya Moore knows so much about decor, hey Maybelline, and you need advice from her on decorating stuff, that lets me further know that you kissing behind. Sheree is the girl to go to for decor, not no god dog on Kenya. There go Mama Toot Toot. Come here, Mama Peanut. Y'all ought to see my baby. Her so cute. Hey, Tugger. Mwah. With your hair down looking like your mama. Well, like I used to look back 200 pounds ago. All right, girl. I see them shorts. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. I had to bother my baby. But anyway, so I just didn't understand that. And she, letting her know, you hung up on me and don't, next time just tell me if you don't like something I'm saying. And Kenya was like, oh, you was being condescending because she said to be clear. Like, whatever. I guess it was condescending. Maybe yeah, maybe no. Whatever. She hung up. If you didn't like it, don't talk to her. But she right back to kissing up and, telling her, oh, I didn't mean like you had to be a boyfriend. You could bring a friend, girl. I just want everybody to bring plus one. There wasn't even no real conversation. Marlo was being childish, talking about, oh, okay, that's more like it. There you go. That's more like it. Not with all that lying she doing. That don't work. Eva, Lita said, welcome home. She said, okay. But anyway, so back to it. I wasn't here for Marlo being childish, talking about bring us some food if we out here waiting or whatever. And the truth of the matter is, when the food came out, y'all wasn't happy about it. So then King started talking about the dry catered food, child. It was a mess. Absolutely horrible. Sheree showed up. They still wasn't ready. Drew shading them for that. She can't throw a house party. How she gonna host us in Jamaica? Girl, if you that word, stay home. Don't go. It sounds simple to me. Sheree talking about, oh, she threw me a party. She a real ride or die, just like me. And both of them comments was real true. If that's your version of a ride or die, then she's definitely just like you. I mean, she's exactly like you. Exactly like you, because you're useless. You ain't no ride or die for nobody. So if she just like you, girl, and that's your version of a ride or die, then all right, there it is. It wasn't no ride or die. She threw that party because she wanted camera time. She's trying to get herself on the film, on camera. Lily say, I'll be honest, RHOA is becoming childish. Sonya girl, bye. Very much. Very childish. Hey, Shirley. Very annoying. So listen now. Then the photo booth broken. I guess they was going to try to do the 360 photo booth or whatever. They trying to put the thing in. It ain't working. Sheree talking about ain't no white meat chicken and the photo booth is broken. Ain't no bartender. Girl, it looked like it was a house party. It looked like more of a kickback than a party. So wasn't finna be no bartender. Ain't no chef. Ain't no white meat chicken. It was bad. Her good friend Kenya was picking at her too, talking about we should have bought our own food because we should have came and cooked food because this right here is so dry and running through your house acting silly. I don't know why they thought that was cute. I don't know. I don't know. It was too much. The Divine Miss M. Well, hey, Kitty. How are you? The Divine Miss M say party seemed like Bravo scraps. Child, them was Sonya scraps. That was even worse. Don D says she threw the party because everybody got to do some kind of event. But Don D, she already doing the Jamaica trip, so she didn't have to do this. She just want attention. That girl is trying to guarantee she can come back next season. Nisa say it was embarrassing, but why host a gathering when you're not ready to have guests? And girl, ask me. If you ask me, who will I ask? Deborah say, don't all them live from the Atlanta city limits? Seem like I remember Nene and Portia was in Duluth. Drew moved near where Portia used to live, so she needed to pipe down. I think the issue, Deborah, is a lot of those areas are still considered Atlanta. I think Sonya might be not in Metro Atlanta. She might be out of there. She might be out of there. Hey, gorgeous. I got another pretty girl in my house. Come here. Girl, I don't care nothing about it. Ain't nobody but your aunties. Come here. Oh, how you doing?
Yes, how you doing?
All right.
Your son in there. He ain't want to interrupt your live either.
That's all right. Oh, I got a house full of children. I'm winning. What?
Yep.
Bumper Powerball. Hey, Tugger. Come here.
What's up, Mama?
Come here.
Ooh, I miss you.
I miss you too. I ain't cooked nothing today.
How you
I'll
doing?
fix something tomorrow.
All right.
Okay.
Love you.
I love you too. Y'all finna go?
Yes, ma'am.
Gotta go to work in the morning.
Okay. Okay.
All right, love you.
I love you too. Y'all be careful. Okay. You don't do dog meat chicken? Well, you know, I'm from Florida. We eat all the chicken. Lita said, dang, they said all that about the woman's party. They said all that about the lady party. Kenya told her to her face. Now, that was the only Aquarius thing I seen her do in a long time. She said it right to her. That's the best place to say it. Yeah, you say she on the outsurfs. I know that's right. Sheree, Kandi, and Kenya live in Atlanta. Right. And yeah, right. They right there in Atlanta. In Atlanta. Hold on. Lord, Vanessa, you talking about you gonna be by the house tomorrow if I cook? I ain't studying you. Hey, Sharon. Shanika say I'm from Atlanta and I'm still trying to figure out what part of town Sanya live in. Girl, I think she way out yonder somewhere, baby. I don't know where she at. Maybe she all the way in Macon or something. Oh, yes. She might be way out yonder in Macon. But listen. So anyway, you seen that thing in there?
Yes. He's crying. Yeah, I am.
Mm-hmm. And so, anyway, y'all. So they got past all the silliness, all the pettiness. Them beef patties did look dry. I don't know where they got them beef patties from. I'm willing to bet they was not golden crust. I'm thinking they wasn't golden crust. You ain't never been that far south? Oh, okay. Okay. You know, because they was talking like this girl was all the way down in Valdosta or something. Well, she was, you know, way out of town. Like she was out yonder the way they was talking. Lala said that party matched her personality, dry and boring. Hello. And so, anyway, while they sitting there to the table, here we go with Sheree and Drew and this mess. Here they go again. So while they sitting there, they start talking about the bone stuff and they talking about did Drew pack and bring them bones to throw at that girl. And Drew went to talking about, you know, well, when people don't express themselves and they bring their dogs and them dogs go to barking at me. You got Monietta. I still don't know what the hell Monietta is there for. Why is she there? Talking about don't call her a dog. She can call that whore anything she wanna. Anything she wanna. Because like she said what she said over there at Kenya's party. Drew wasn't thinking about her no more. You proceeded to go do a fake background check, come back spreading stuff. Sheree pretend like she ain't got nothing to do with it, but then turn right around and try to use fake information to try to shade the girl. It was a mess. It was real funny. Now, Kenya was funny in this moment. She was like, Drew is ready to fight everybody. She needs to have a sign that say, we'll fight for free. Just point me to who. Because Drew do be trying to fight everybody. Sheree said the same thing to her. Like, every time something happened, it's an altercation, including you. And then Drew was like, you know, basically saying, you know what happened, and maybe you getting old and can't remember. Sheree was like, old and cold and whatever. Like, okay, I said that when we was talking about the coming attractions. Drew was whack for that, trying to call the lady old. At the end of the day, baby, keep living. You're gonna get old too. If you're fortunate, you'll live to get old. And the truth of the matter is, hun, you don't look as good as Sheree now. What's gonna happen at 52? You struggling with your shape now. You in a constant fist fight. You in a slap boxing match with your figure right now. What the hell you gonna do when you get 52? Right, Terrell, just desperate to be on TV. Lord, Darren Hood said the lady had microwave beef patties. But let's be real, them microwave beef patties be slapping sometimes. What's happening? Emmy's channel. I like your avatar. That's so adorable. Am I saying that right, Emmy? Because I call my baby girl Emmy. She's Emerald, but we call her Emmy too. Come again, say I really like Sheree, but is she really dating Martell? Martell say he don't go with her and she not his type. So I don't know whether we believe the chocolate Keebler elf or whether we believe she don't always tell the truth. So I don't know. He say one thing, she was trying to, insinuate something else. So I don't know. Vanessa say one thing about Sheree, she is fit, baby. Yes, she is. Oh, yes, she is. Say she not. That's why I say for Drew to be calling somebody old, girl, first of all, you played yourself with that one. I don't know that I would have been calling somebody old that looked that much better than me. I wouldn't have done it. I'm not going to draw no attention to the fact that you old enough to be my auntie and you better than me. That's what we not finna do. That's like me mentioning Diane Carroll's age. Like, girl, it don't matter how old you are, you still prettier than me. So what we not gonna do is shine a light on the fact of how close, how close or far away I am to how good you look. Now we ain't finna do that. I don't know what possessed her to do that. I said it right, Emmy. That's what's up. Well, welcome, darling. Yeah, I respect it either way. Now I eat old microwave, beef patty. I will. I ain't above it. However, yeah, Sheree Slim Thick. If Slim Thick is real, she is that. She's definitely that. Now, y'all, I put the link in the chat. So if I miss something, y'all got an opinion, this your time. Yeah, Sheree hips don't lie. No, her biceps don't lie. Her abs don't lie. Her shoulders don't lie. That dog it. Her whole body is legit and righteous. Now, when it come down to the figure, y'all say what y'all want to say. Sheree got a right to say nothing but the righteous. Because she sure got it. Now, she righteous if anybody is. Anyway, it was just a bit much in the going back and forth and the arguing. Marlo, I think Marlo legit was trying to have her back. And I just feel like Marlo's not good for having people's backs. She don't know what she's saying. Because what she really be just coming out her mouth with. Because she called herself like checking Drew and then said the wrong thing about Sheree. Talking about some. I don't know what Drew talking about because like she low-key was saying, Drew, you don't look good as Sheree. Like you ain't ugly or whatever, but you ain't no Sheree. And talking about something, I don't care what none of y'all say. Sheree look real good to be 60. And then they was like 52. And she was looking lost and stuck like Sheree gonna beat my tail. But everything she said was right except for the age. Sheree looked darn good to be her age. And I ain't really with the old hating. Leave the old hating alone. So anyway, then Drew went ahead and sang for Sheree. That was cute. I didn't like the fact that they asked her to sing for Sheree. Y'all know they don't like each other. Why try to encourage people to be fake? What up, nephew?
What's up, Auntie?
Hey, Vita from Denver. So I didn't like that. I didn't understand why we, trying to encourage this girl or push this girl to be fake. It wasn't a vibe for me. It wasn't a vibe. Lord, DS talking about Martoides has his nerve. Why? Just why? Are you seeing this? Terrell says Sheree is beautiful, just not that bright. Yes.
Yeah,
That's
she
right.
slowed down.
That's right. Just crazy. Martoides. Have mercy. Sheree is lovely. Very lovely. Now, I must say, Drew has a nice singing voice. Yeah, Drew sang real nice for her. She did. And Sheree talking about she don't never apologize, so I guess this is her apology. I got one question, Sheree. What the hell was Drew supposed to apologize to you for? You literally brought a witch to do a fake background check and harass this girl and try to fight her. So why on earth should she apologize to you for calling a dog a dog?
Right.
So we should attack her for having good eyesight?
But why Kandi encourage you to get up there and sing?
And now I was looking at that. I'm like, now Kandi, why you didn't just sing?
And
Why
then let Drew go up, but we don't want you to sing on the show no more. We just let Drew do all the singing on the show.
The devil, you say, I want to hear it. I want her to get up there and bleat, just yes, all that.
Let them try to harmonize together.
Wait a minute. You almost made me hurt myself. I was about to cough when you said that. Wait a minute. You say let them harmonize. Harmonize. I'm
Let
talking
them
about
harmonize.
harmonize. It's gonna be harmonized. Cause they gonna harm somebody if Kandi try to sing with that girl. But the fact that Kandi gonna tell her to sing instead of just singing herself. Come on, Kandi.
was
This was
Can
your time.
Well, this episode seemed like it was Candy coming to reality.
Oh yes. Listen, you know the song that was playing in my back in the back of my head. You might be too young. You remember that song? Y'all remember that song by Anita Baker, No Fairy Tales? I could just hear No Fairy Tales playing in the back of my head. Hmm. Okay. The story ends as stories do, and reality has come into view. Okay. No longer living lies in paradise. Come on now. Time I got that wiggle in her voice. It ain't no wiggle. That's a hard vibrato.
Yeah, that ain't no
Yeah, she be
wiggle.
struggle singing. Y'all remember no fairy tales? That's what I heard while she was talking to Todd. No fairy tales, honey. He ain't no handsome prince. You should have known that when he was too short. Prince Charming supposed to have been tall, dark, and handsome.
Mama Joy said they didn't even match. Both of them were short with big heads. They weren't even supposed to procreate.
Thank you. Thank God them children can stand up without wearing ankle weights. Come again, say they need to stop playing with witchcraft. What's going on in reality TV? I told y'all they keep trying to put this on black folks. This is what they're trying to attach to us.
And
And
make it
people
cute.
ain't seeing it thinking it's trendy. Lala say Kandi
Hmm.
said, I'm not your superwoman. I know that's a gas girl. Give them that Karen White. Early in the morning. Yes.
but
Yes.
but Candy, you part of the reason why that man feels entitled enough to tell your daughter that the money that her mama earned should be a bonus or a blessing to her. That's the thing that really threw me off
That
because
pissed me off.
it ain't your money. You receiving the benefits of the blessing now. So how
You
you
getting
gonna
a
tell her?
bonus. Because you
Right,
spending money you couldn't have never made. If you live 3 lifetimes, your whole lifetime ain't worth that money, Todd. You're not worth that. You're not.
right.
That's right,
And
Lily. Lily say I'm short, so my man can't be. I know that's right. House of Winners say when I met Todd, I thought he was a teenage assistant until I took a good look at him. She bigger than him. She is. She is.
Candy taller than Todd.
Yeah, she bigger than him. Bigger and taller. We was told to look for tall, dark, and handsome, not short, brown, and disgruntled. Ain't nobody told us to look for that.
He is a disgruntled employee.
Yes, God, just the angriest Oompa Loompa you ever did see. Shanika
But
said it was funny to see him stomp off like a 2-year-old. It was. It was. It was giving me the lollipop kids.
and you call how he came back the next scene and was still passively aggressively trying to bring it up.
He was. And then the fact that he said they entitled. Do you
Yeah.
realize a nigga can't come tell? I'm sorry, y'all. I got too real. Please forgive my Ocala. A Negro can't come tell me that my children is acting like they entitled to what they mama made. They entitled to every drop of my blood and my bone marrow too, because I
And,
brought
and
them here.
and I'm glad you picked up on the fact that he was using they as a safe word because it was really Riley. Because
Yeah,
his
he talking
daughter,
about Riley.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you ain't let your daughter receive any of the blessing in order to feel entitled.
Yeah,
Kayla's
you
still
talking
living the
about Riley
same
because
life,
you ain't been able to stop Riley's bag since you got there and you've been trying.
and Riley let you know you ain't gonna stop it. She know you and she see you.
Okay. Come again, said niggas allowed. So thank you, sis. Cause sometimes it just be sliding out like I got grease on my lips. When you do some stuff like that, that's the only word I can think of. Cause I don't know another word to describe some end stuff. But what I'm mad at Kandi about is how you let him say that and you ain't swing on him. I don't
Cause
know.
Candy
Maybe
just
I'm too old. Sorry.
like I told you, Candy is still sleeping Billy.
Yep, so Sleeping Billy. Hey, Mimi the head sniper in the house. Mimi said he's an angry fraggle. I'm done. Oh no. Not a fraggle.
Because we can't forget, like I said, season 6, Kandi was having him quit jobs just to be around her. You made that man feel comfortable living off of you.
That's right. That's what she did. That's why I say, sister, sometimes we be to blame for our own troubles. We a lot of times we the architect of our own problems in real life. Stop allowing stuff like this, man. Stop allowing stuff like this. Stop encouraging it. Stop accepting it.
But what kind of
Demand better.
man do you have? What kind of man do you have to be to sit there? And I've actually seen it happen where a female will give her dude her credit card or her debit card to
So
go
he can pay.
use, right,
Mm-hmm.
so he can pay. I done sat there where the dude asked the woman to cash up him the money when we were going to go sit him on their family, so that it didn't seem like she was taking care of him.
My thing is, but what does that really say? What that says is, you know, it's out of order. You know it's inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's shameful. But your monkey behind still want to engage in that behavior. And I blame any woman that participates in that behavior. I blame you.
Right. And see, if you
I blame you.
participate in it, and then you all of a sudden begin to wake up, that man, you done made him comfortable. That's the woman he's become accustomed to. He's accustomed to using you, and being able to go just do what he do in the bed or what. And Todd ain't even doing that no more. They done retired from that.
The question is, did he ever? What
But you
I'm
know
what
what?
I'm trying to understand, if you was a billy goat, couldn't you at least headbutt him? You could. Let me tell you something. I don't care how much I like you. The minute you say something that's out of line about and one of my children, I'm telling you, y'all think I be joking when I say this. Come to me and tell me one of their eyes is too brown and see what happens. Hey,
Okay,
Candace
but
Lane.
but Riley is what, a sophomore in college, right?
That's right.
Do you remember Candy's favorite saying? I mean, famous saying back in the day. Don't talk about what her money, her mama, or her man. She ain't never include her child in that. So she already let us know how she prioritized that thing. And
Yeah.
really, the man came first. People used to always say she don't speak up to Mama Joyce. She was being quiet, but she never agreed with what Mama Joyce was saying. At least not back then with what Mama Joyce was saying about that dude.
But this is my problem. You know, I'm glad that she's smart enough to protect her child's interests, even though she let him get loose at the lip. But I'm just saying, you not gonna sit flat footed in my face, not in Nitra's face, and tell
Hmm.
me, oh, Geneva act like she's entitled to something you got. Hit. If she want to walk in here right now and tell me I got to borrow my stuff from her, she can do it. She here.
Right.
I'll call her. She'll tell you. She can walk in here, anything her mama got, and she can take it and then go, if she want to, swing it around her head and toss it in the air because it's her mama's.
Right.
The idea that he felt comfortable enough to say that. Like, I wanted to fight him and I was mad at her for not swinging on him. Like, how did you let this man get away with that?
Mm-hmm. But I appreciate Bravo Production coming to back the girls up with everything they was saying.
Yeah, I was glad too. Production definitely had their back. Hi, Tasha. Tasha said, crazy that your hate for Kenya won't allow you to see that Marlo is dead wrong. Her
Mm.
sister has 4 toddlers in a 2-bedroom apartment. If Kenya has nowhere to send Brooklyn, neither does Marlo. Unfortunately, the test proved that that's a lie. She had somewhere to send them, and they went, and now they back. It ain't
I,
about. It's not about hate. It's about being logical. The
what was
problem
she trying to
is,
say in the
hold on,
message?
press pause, nephew. The
I'm
problem
sorry.
is, some of y'all get so worked up disliking people that you can't be logical. You so busy being mad at Marlo that you want us to be mad at her. Marlo is a broken, sad, miserable woman who needs help. That's clear. And guess what? King is a sad, miserable, broken heifer too. And guess what else? They don't have to like each other. And it has nothing to do with the fact that those children did not need to be in a situation where they could have possibly been physically or emotionally harmed. And it's unfortunate. If you can't see that, baby, ain't nothing I can tell you to help you. But go ahead, nephew.
I'm sorry for interrupting. I was
Mhm.
trying to get where she was coming from with the comparison. I was trying to
I didn't get it.
understand where she was trying to say, because Marlo did. She sent her. You said, Kenya doesn't. From Kenya's own mouth and the story she's presented on this show,
Right.
she doesn't really have a family unit.
That's what
Marlo
she
has.
said.
Yeah, Marlo
Right.
has a sister that she helped raise at one particular time that she sent when she needed a break. And you know, if us that were raised in black families,
We
we
know that's what we do.
yeah, and let's not act like we ain't never been in a house overcrowded with children. You know, if you had a
Child, please.
grandma,
We came up going to grandma's house, and sometimes all the grandchildren be in the front room. Some of them sleeping on the floor, some on the settee, some in the room.
right, right.
And it's not
So
like it
let's
was
not act
forever, it
like
was for a
that's
little while. And at the end of the day, sleeping sleeping arrangement inconveniences is nothing in comparison to children being around somebody who is clearly reckless at the mouth, clearly needs therapy. Again, glad she's finally taking a step in that direction, but clearly needed to step back. Them babies don't deserve no more trauma. Just because you don't like somebody, that does not mean the children should be subjected to them. Even more so, if you can dislike her that much, darling, what on earth makes you think that children wouldn't need a break from that? If she's so bad
hmm
that you ain't never met her and can't stand her, why wouldn't you think that the children would need to be away from that so she can get herself together? That just don't
right,
make no sense to me.
right,
And at the end of the day, I still feel vindicated because the therapist who's educated said the same thing I said.
right.
What do I
Because
know?
what?
I ain't nobody. But the person who actually that's their profession, they said the exact same thing I said. But anyway, off that, back to Todd with his money grubbing tail and Kandi. And the fact that she let him get away with saying all this stuff and then still grasping at straws. Oh,
Mm,
my bad. She was talking to you. But that's still crazy. And nobody shouldn't be hating nobody, Miss Peaches. I hope you don't hate Kenya. But I don't know. Why grasp at straws, Candy? You know we saw it.
Cause she love him. She. Cause that's what I'm telling you. Candy ain't woke up. Candy is she woke up to that money aspect, but I don't think she's 100%. You know, she doesn't trust him to take care of Riley. I don't think Candy sees him as somebody that's going that's after her pocket yet.
I think
I
you know what I think. This just me being a woman. Sisters, y'all back me up on this. I think sometimes women can be in situations where you see it exactly for what it is and you don't want to admit it yet. So you try to rationalize, you try to tell yourself everything you can to make you see, to make yourself see that it's really not that. Like you see it, you know that's what it is, and you start explaining it away to yourself. You
mm,
see him storm out and call the children disrespectful for telling the truth, but no, that can't be what it is. You see him come in there talking about the children are entitled, but oh no, that can't be what it is. You hear him saying, well, get your paperwork right because I don't want him to have to say nothing to me about nothing. She can hear all that bitterness and nastiness in his voice, but she's not ready to admit it to herself. And I'm going to tell you why. It's a couple of reasons, right? Reason number one, she don't want to admit the first thing that a lot of us don't want to admit. Mama was right. She ain't ready to admit that mama was right. That's number one. Number two, she don't want to admit that a whole Kandi who's able to have made herself into a mogul of sorts and build wealth for herself and build businesses, build a brand, and that this angry toddler could 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 play her. She don't want to have to admit to that. And the other thing that she's not ready to deal with and admit to is that maybe, just maybe, she made a mistake and this marriage is going to fail. She's not ready. She ain't ready.
mm.
And y'all know, like I know, okay, Shanika, see, I thought I was telling the truth. And the thing is, when it's like that, she's not going to be ready till she's ready. And hopefully it won't be too late. But until she's ready, it ain't going to matter what nobody say to her. She got to come to that realization on her own. Lord, happy to be happy, say them sunglasses. I know them well, not seeing the forest for the trees. I'm telling you, hey, sisters, y'all know I'm right about it. Alita say almost like Kandi trying to prove her mama wrong and trying to prove the world wrong. And hell, at this point, trying to prove that little voice in the back of her head wrong too. Say I'm wrong about it, y'all. I believe that's what it is. Mimi say Kandi the type of person who don't want to fail. Right. She don't want to admit that this is about to be, you know, this about to go down. This ain't gonna last. It is. But the problem with manifesting a fake reality is that it don't have no longevity. Yes, I called him a toddler. I'm sure he don't like Don Juan, but this ain't got nothing to do with him trying to rob this girl. They ain't got nothing to do with him trying to rob this girl. Lord. See, DS, you always, he looking like Roddy Rich. I'm through. Lord, Candy's a stubborn Taurus. They hate change. Yep, and they also hate to admit they wrong, and a lot of times don't know when to exit a relationship. Well, I'm talking about the ladies, not the men. Them lady Taurus a lot of times do not know when to exit a relationship. Be hanging on and hanging on and talking themselves into loving somebody that they should have forgot a long time ago. Now, I might not like a lot about Kandi, but Kandi can do better than this. Kandi can do better than this. This is too much.
So you think she's in a point of denial?
Yep. This is where she is. You can tell by the moves she making. She making moves to protect stuff that's in a way, and that's kind of what women do. Well, I'm gonna take care of this, so this don't get out of control, but everything else is fine. No, baby, everything else is not fine. Deandra say yes. You'll even try to convince yourself that everything true is not true. You'll catch him on top of a woman and try to explain to yourself that he was trying to help her put her contact lens in. Mimi says she failed when she wore that ugly dress. I agree. That was a failure. It was. Shanika C said at least she's smart enough to listen to her mother about that prenup. Right. Thank God Mama Joyce don't back off easy. Vanessa said Kandi just wanted to be married. She did. And I think now she's got a little bit of trepidation because she worried about people saying, oh, she couldn't keep her man. You know that crap that they do to Kenya. You can't keep no man. You can't keep no man. Sometimes that's a blessing. Don't keep them. If keeping them mean you're going to get robbed, abused, mistreated, cheated on, lied to, beat up, don't keep it. God darn it.
Do you think it's all? Oh, my bad.
No, I was, go ahead. I was just reading Miss MO1 comment. I hollered because she's telling the truth. Say Kandi ignoring the gut feeling, thinking it's gas. It ain't going to go away.
Do you think the sugar mama comments also have something to do with her trying to keep this front as though, because the advice, Todd gave her the little advice, which I think was good advice, just because this play got canceled, you can go. But it wasn't any advice that, I don't think any other person that she's talking to couldn't have given her. So do you think she pushes him in the direction of being like an inspiration and the brain behind a lot of these businesses because she has been accused of being a sugar mama?
I think absolutely. And right, Lily, he didn't want to sign that prenup. I think what happened is she's trying to make him look valuable in the public eye. She's trying to validate him in other people's viewpoints. She's trying to make him look less useless than he is. Because let's face it, he's as useless as tits on a bull. He's as useless as tits on a bull. However, she don't want to be seen as being with this useless man because then it lends credence to the sugar mama mantle that she's been given. Or maybe she gave it to herself. I can't say one way or the other. However, what I do know is Kandi don't want to be seen as a failure. She doesn't want to be seen as the girl that had to buy a man. I think she don't want the marriage to fail because she needs it to be valid. Like, no, this marriage is valid. This is real. He is here because he really loves me. If she allows this thing to just go, she gonna have to deal with, public embarrassment to a certain degree because some people are gonna go in for the kill. Let them find. Okay, let's just say all y'all in the chat, nephew, you too. Let's just say for the sake of argument, they come out and announce they having a divorce next week. What you think gonna happen in the blogs?
They're gonna
you think anybody gonna be empathetic, or you think they all going for the juggler?
Yeah. And they aiming it at her.
They gonna aim it at her. It's never gonna be his fault because it's a whole lot of black male worship going on. It's never gonna be his fault. It's gonna be all on her. She ain't no good. Even everything Marlo said about her that was real rough, they gonna bring that up. Oh, Marlo said so and so. Key. They gonna attack this girl. They gonna drag her through the mud. And whether she lose that, whether she get rid of that man, lose that man, throw him down the road today or tomorrow, I'm not gonna drag her for it. Girl, it'll be the first thing she did right in a long time. Lose the dead weight. Cause I don't care what nobody say, ladies. It's better to be alone than to have a scoundrel in your bed. A mangy mutt in your bed. You don't need fleas in your house, not on your good furniture. Alone ain't bad. At least you know you in good company.
I just can't get over him talking about working hard to get what you got. How can you say that while you're talking to me about my mama's money and and the
Ooh,
will concerning her money?
say it again. Working hard to get your money while you spending money you ain't worked for.
Right.
Ooh, I'm telling you. Tara say they gonna say it. They gonna say I knew it. She picked him. Yep, that's what they gonna do. They gonna drag her. They gonna talk about her. Miss Emma once said, y'all remember when Kandi told Kenya sometimes you gotta make a man feel like a man or something like that? Yep. I can't remember exactly. Basically, she trying to prop up his manhood to the public. Bingo. Instead of letting his ego die. Right along with all his dreams, aspirations, and height. Just let it die. Yeah, she deserved better. She sure enough deserved better. She deserves so much better. Right. You don't want no flea bites down yonder. That's where you don't want no flea bites. Mimi is telling the truth. Yeah, trying to upsell it. He just ain't nothing. You got your big old bag of nothing, and you need to work with that. This is what it is. Now tell me this: what did you think about Sonya and that paper board writing her rules down? What did you think about that?
I just think everything about Sonya is silly. From the whole, from the, I know you find, you have rare moments where you rocking with Kenya. Well, you never really rock with her, but you have rare moments when you can say, "Oh, Kenya did something right."
Mm-hmm.
Um, Going back to last episode and this one, when Kenya, basically told Sonya, "Get out of my face. How can you be?" She tried to compare oranges to apples, but I got where she was coming from. And Sonya, you
Yeah.
laying your rules down all the way from the phone call you made with Kenya at the beginning of the episode, and she hung up with you hung up on me. I ain't got to pull you nowhere to my room and try to talk to you and get it right. You wouldn't even you don't need to come over here until you can.
Yeah, don't bring your behind to my house.
Right, you now you on the uninvited. Drew was on it last time. Now you on the uninvited list. But
Right. But
yeah,
she ain't gonna do that because she's so busy kissing up. And them rules were so stupid. Talking about well, water friendly hair. Everybody don't have to get their hair wet. Like, are you dumb? Like I don't like this whole rules thing. Who are you, Miss Manners? Like, what's your deal? All these rules. So, we're water friendly hair a bit much. Talking about no
hmm
standoffs. So whatever. Then she's like, no props. That was for Drew. Drew corny behind. Talking about I'm an actress and I love props. And girl, come on.
but
Just
Drew,
no.
you just admitted that you be on here clowning for the camera. You are on here acting.
Right. That's
Uh,
basically what she did. Talking about I like to bring props when I'm gonna make a scene. So you intended to make a scene on this girl's trip. Tacky. Tacky. That's why I say even when I feel bad for Drew, because I don't like people, I don't like gang ups and I don't like
hmm
bullies, and that was real whack. But Drew, this is why people can't like you. I like to have my props when I'm making a scene. So you brought that from home. You came from home with the intention of making a scene. And then
And
all of
you
them acting confused as to why they was told to get out.
and you threw the bone down on the ground. You ain't. It's look. Fatum had been harassing you. If you were gonna throw the bone, you should have threw it at her and hit her with it. You threw it
Mm, she
down
was
on.
she was trying to be funny, throwing it on the floor like fetch dog.
Yeah, and it wasn't funny. It was, and people should have learned. We don't bring props. Okay, last time we had props brought, somebody got pulled down to the ground. We don't bring props and make to make a scene.
Yeah, leave them props alone. And it's so funny because then she said no weed because you're going to jail. Don't go to jail. And Kandi talking about it's not legal. Like, girl, don't you know she's telling you It's not legal. Now I did
Candy
agree
don't,
with her. I did agree with Sonya telling him if you go to jail, I'm gonna leave you there.
but Candy don't know that. She was on there asking her under the legal age daughter what was she drink. Her and Todd asking her what she drinking, and Riley had sense enough to say she don't drink.
The smart girl on national TV. Oh yeah, I'm drinking. I'm acting loose. No, no, we're sober over here. We're sober over here. And I did
Right,
enjoy that because that was Todd asking that question. And I feel like Todd did that because he wants his best to paint that young lady as irresponsible.
in response, yeah,
He's desperate to paint her as irresponsible, and everything about her tells me she's anything but.
right.
Anything
Look at
but
her condominium and look at yours.
that part. And then let's really talk about the fact that just because a child comes from wealth, it doesn't mean that they're going to be useless and not learn how to make money.
Right,
You came
right.
from nothing and you didn't turn into a millionaire. So why do you think holding your daughter at zero is gonna make her into one? Or do you even care? Or is your only focus manipulation to get in that girl's pockets? But that's neither
Hmm.
here nor there. And I thought it was crazy that she felt the need to have to tell them don't get down there and show out. Because outfit is paying for this. I wasn't mad at her. I wasn't mad at her for that part. Now I wasn't.
Cause y'all ain't about to mess up this business deal for me.
Yeah, you ain't finna mess this up for me. It's how I'm getting my money. I fit paying for this. Don't do this. Then,
I don't
child,
know.
how about on the coming attraction? Look like Kenya brought a man, and he looked like he just got out of high school too.
Yeah, look. What was the one? The one that was busting Matt 2.0.
Yes, sir. Matt, old Matt.
Hey,
And then they
Candy.
showed a little bit more of Kandi and Marlo fight, child. I don't know what they fighting about or how it got going. Kandi bringing up them boys again, and don't you think it's weird? This is like, oh Lord, Kandi, go away. Talking about them children.
Right.
You don't raise your own children.
But if somebody say something about Blaze, she'll go to. I bet she'll start crying.
She turn straight Billy Goat. Go straight Billy Goat. Kandi, well, don't you think? Don't you think it's weird that you ain't never home raising your children? You always gone somewhere. Don't you think that's weird, Kandi? She'll be so offended.
Yeah, don't come for me and my children.
I'm talking about my children. I'm playing it. Mess you up.
Yeah, Candy, you take a whole bunch of breaks. I dare you, Judge Marlo.
Thank you. Her whole life is a break. The hell you say? That darn Curtis Blow. These are the breaks. Got your man on social media talking about he daddy daycare because you gone so much. While you worrying about is it weird that she took a break? You need to be trying to figure out is it weird that this angry, disgruntled leprechaun is setting you up on social media and on your own goddamn television show
Hmm.
with your children. Don't you think that's weird that he mentioned in daddy daycare? Don't you think it's weird he keep opening up businesses with your money but not even making sure they run properly? Don't you think that's weird that he done took your money to try to open up a bunch of other businesses and never even executed it? Ain't that weird? Ain't it weird how he just sat here and told your kid that she acting entitled to her own mama's money?
No,
Ain't that
all that's
weird,
normal.
nephew?
No, that's all normal.
That's
But if
normal.
Mar,
Oh,
the thing that really get me when it comes to the people talking about Marlo sending the kids. So let's just say the situation would have been different. You know, me and you both said what the boy should have got when he punched the hole in the wall. Let's say
there you
Marlo would have
go.
did. Let's say Marlo would have did that.
Oh, they
Then
done
y'all
talked
would
about
have.
her forever. You
Yeah,
abusing children. You doing this. You ain't no good. You evil.
you need to send them away if you can't treat. I could hear
That'd have
Kenya
been the
now. If you
first thing out of mouth.
Kenya would have had a story for that. I was popped when I was 17 years old, and it made me run away and go live with my
With
ex.
my ex-boyfriend and put my feet to the ceiling.
I had to
Right.
sit there and think about
She
that.
everywhere but at her house.
I had to think about that. What's wrong with you, Kenya? Where you, the people you didn't say the people had you in danger. They were just taking you back to where you was raised, and you
Thank you.
rolling all out of moving
So
car and
basically,
everything.
because you couldn't have your way, you jumped out, endangered your life, and ran the whole it up. That's what I
Right.
heard. Now here's the killer. Here's the killer part. This is where I fought Marlo. See, this is the difference. Can we be real? Cause we two Florida folks talking. We just gonna talk. Okay.
Okay.
Everybody else just gonna hear us talking. But this the difference between Ocala and St. Pete. St. Pete can't put it together. Her mouth and her mind ain't quick enough. She ain't sharp enough. She up here telling the girl, oh, don't nobody know you but the people in Atlanta. That sound dumb. Anybody who watch Housewives know her, Marlo.
Y'all knowing all over, baby.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, be quicker with your mouth. You gonna tell me about ain't that weird, baby? I'm about to ask you all the stuff in your life that I think is a little bit weird. Don't you think it's weird that you a grown lady trying to put vibrating panties on other people's coochies? Don't you think that's a little weird? Don't you think it's weird you get aggressive every time somebody tell you no to they twat? Don't you think that's a little weird? Ain't it a little weird? You
Hey,
know what I'm
yo,
saying?
auntie,
That you got
you
a
know,
husband, that you got to bring other women in the bedroom or else he don't touch you. Ain't that weird, girl?
you know what make it weirder?
What it?
When the this all of that that's normal to her, right? You getting
Mm-hmm.
mad because people say, and to defend Kenya never said, you nasty, I think you gross, you kind of perverted. We said all that over here on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Kenya never said that. All Kenya said was, I'm uncomfortable, you got offended and
And went
wanted
to
to
talk
whole
about
shame
what
her.
movie she was in and this and that. And you told a
Yeah,
sex story one time.
yeah, we
So
all know your sexual his
you told a
stories.
sex story one time. And I'm sitting there like, so you mean to tell me if you mess around and tell a sex story in front of Candy, she automatically got the right to touch your Sally? Y'all better watch what y'all say around her. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe
I
that's
ain't
how it
finna
happened
say
with
nothing.
Portia.
Yeah, you better not. You better
Portia
not
might have
mention nothing.
Portia might have got drunk in there, and Portia
All
told
right.
you a little. I said she wanted to do you to you. You know what? And you done went there and took that as the green light.
Yes, sir. Hell to the no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But that's why I say, nephew, there's a difference between St. Pete and Ocala. You better stay out the 352 if you can't handle it. Because it be tickling me to the core. They act like Marlo be throwing hot fish grease on them. And I'm like, if you just slide a little bit further north on 75, and she would have got everything she needed.
But Auntie Marlo repeat. They be so offended. Marlo really, her insults to Kenya, Candy stuff is kind of what she was saying the same stuff
She
about
said the
Candy
same
season
stuff
4.
everybody already know. Right. She ain't say
And my
nothing new.
and she repeat the same stuff. And when she Kenya, what is the low blow? Okay, because
She
she
goes
say,
low. Why? Because she said your booty wop sided girl. All of us said that.
and the man don't love you. You say
You
that
said
every
that yourself.
every
Right.
time somebody and I'm so sick of that, man. Every time somebody do something to you, it remind you of Mark. I'm so tired of that.
She keep bringing that man up, girl. Stop, stop, stop it. We don't believe it.
Yeah, Sonya reminding you of Mark. Well, when you said that to me, it put me in the mind of my
Oh
ex-husband.
Lord.
Now, how that
Listen,
made you think of?
this heifer gonna go to a crab board next summer and they gonna run out of potatoes in the pot and it's gonna remind her of Mark.
I remember when I was at his restaurant and he ran out of potatoes, and I'm
She
never
gonna
gonna
go
let
for
nobody do
margaritas
that.
and they ain't gonna have no more strawberry margaritas. It's gonna remind her of Mark. She gonna go get her oil change and they ain't gonna have no more Lucas oil to put in there. It's gonna remind her of Mark. Next
But
time
can we
she
be
go get
real?
her hair done and they tell her she got dandruff, it's gonna remind her everything. Remind her of Mark. God
But
darn it,
can we
this
be
boy
real?
ain't never spent the night under your roof, and everything
Thank you.
reminds you of him.
I was just about to say that you ain't, we ain't seen you spend nothing but 2 minutes with Mark at your house,
At all.
and you got all these memories of Mark. Now you and Dream Doll need to stop. Both of y'all got these little
Yeah.
bitty kid memories of a situation, and y'all triggered. But King, you got it bad. Somebody sneeze, you go to getting upset. That
And
remind
it
me of when
remind
Mark
me of
sneezed.
Mark.
He
She
always
saw
sneezed.
somebody, he looked just like you. Okay, my bad.
Like you do.
There you go. Everything remind me of Mark. Hell, at this point, I feel like Usher. You remind me of a dude that I once knew. Because that's
I'm just
every scene, every episode. It's gonna be on next season. If they let her come back, everybody gonna remind her of Mark. And we
I'm
still hearing about this never ending divorce. You was married to this man for 5 minutes for play. And this divorce gonna drag on for the next 10 years. Emma gonna be graduated from Juilliard, open her own dance studio. I'm gonna be done got my whole mommy makeover. They gonna pick up all these years and years of blubber off me. I'm gonna be a size 10 again before we ever hear the end of this divorce.
I'm just waiting for this date in Jamaica. I'm waiting for her to turn to the man when he do something wrong, And don't sit that. Don't sit to the left of me. Sit to the right of me, because when you sit to the left of me, it
Yep.
remind me how Mark used to sit down, and I
I'm
just
trying
can't
to
take
tell
that.
you. Look what Nisa say. It's Putin. It's Putin fault. Everything. Putin did it. Ooh, woo. Mimi. Mimi be taking me up out of here. But it's just the truth. I'm tired of
Ooh.
that everything. But okay, now this what I didn't peep in the preview, nephew. Who was that asked that dude, do he like older women? Who was that shady, terrible person? Who was that person?
I didn't catch that.
You didn't catch it. Okay,
I
y'all
didn't.
in the chat, when y'all seen the preview for next episode, did y'all see where one of the men asked the little boy that Kenya brought there, do he like older women? Did y'all hear that? Because I heard that. Kara says she still addresses him proudly when she says, my husband. Lord have mercy,
Does she
Jesus.
still wear the ring? Because I remember
I
she
hope
said she
not.
wasn't going to take it off until she was officially divorced.
I'm still wearing your ring.
Oh, you talking about old woman? Did you catch Marlo talking about Sheree looked good for a 60-year-old?
That's what I said. And then she was like, oh God, Sheree gonna beat my tail. You see, she ran her mouth too quick. She ran her mouth too quick. Deborah said, I think I only remember Mark being in Kenya House twice. The first time was at breakfast. The second time was just prior to the men's event. Right. Remember she had all them clothes in that closet that still had them tags on them? That
With the
man ain't live
tags.
there. Mm-mm. You heard him say that. Talking about something you like older women. I was done. I said, who is this terrible, horribly shady, mean person? You say you think that was Todd? Why would that angry leprechaun do that? Hey Nick, that was Todd for real.
Mm.
I'm done. I'm done. I give up. I give up. You didn't hear it come again. Now how I heard it and y'all ain't heard it.
See, I
Man,
was distracted by Sonya husband up there
talking about
talking.
don't play with my wife.
Yeah,
Who
sit
you
down.
supposed to be?
Sit down. You know Kenya holler for security in a minute. You better sit down and calm and relax.
Cup the bottom. She's most secure like that. But yeah, them clothes was definitely for the show. Yeah, Todd was wrong for that now. That was mean. Listen, my chest got tight when he did that, nephew. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kenya does live in Atlanta, make believe. My chest got so tight when she did that. When he did that, I was like, wait a minute. Now y'all know I get sensitive about that old stuff. Like, wait a minute, hold on. On camera, now it was already embarrassing that she brought, this little boy over here,
Uh,
this young man, this child,
but where he
and he
come
looked like
from?
a child. I don't know, but she brought him. Now I don't know if she know where she got him from. Maybe she can take him back. But what I'm saying is that was already embarrassing enough. Like I got a little short of breath. But then when Todd gonna say, "Oh, you like older women," my chest almost seized up on me. Why would you do that? Todd is evil. Todd is evil. You don't even do that to Kenya. Todd is evil.
Because Kenya is a
It's
beautiful older
official.
woman. We got to give her that.
That's the disclaimer on the porch. We have to admit she's a pretty woman. We say that about
Hmm.
all the pretty black girls before we tell the truth on them. Because I don't care how pretty you are, truth's gonna be told.
Yeah, her guts can be rearranged. You know, she got some messed up guts, but her outside is beautiful.
Yeah, that's a pretty black lady. We admit she's a pretty lady. But that was embarrassing enough that she brought that little kid up there.
My thing is, where was he when you was complaining about you didn't? I didn't know New York was a couple strip thing, and then you got mad when Sonya asked, it said, she wanted to clarify it was a couple strip. You hung the phone up, so I guess you went there looking, and I'm gonna show them.
Lord,
Blame
God's
you.
anointed daughter say we don't know where King got that toddler from, and Mimi say she brought a human prop. Well, she usually does, sis. That's her
Ooh,
usual. Come
you
again,
remember?
say Todd gives us vertically challenged people a bad name. I'm telling you, because people like Todd is why I'm scared of short people right now. I don't
But
talk crazy.
Jamaica beat a spot for Kenya, because you remember last time she brought the young dude, wasn't it Matt? He popped up on the Jamaican trip that season that they Kim Fields was on there. That's when we were introduced to Matt.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. That's
So
true.
so Kenya got a history of picking up a young man and bringing him on a Jamaican trip for the
But
show.
I don't know. I just don't know. She can do what she want to do, but Todd ain't have to do her like that. That wasn't
Yeah.
cool. I ain't think that was cool. Todd is evil, and ain't nobody gonna convince me he not. Todd is evil. Todd is pure evil.
Well, I thought his mom. Never mind. Never mind.
Hmm.
Right.
I heard your thought. Hmm.
His mama had a couple of problems with her.
Yeah, but that's just evil. You don't do stuff like that. You didn't have to try to embarrass that lady.
Yeah,
You
I
ain't have
didn't
to try to
catch.
embarrass that lady. That was out of order. That wasn't cool.
Well, I
That
ain't gonna
was
like that if
not.
two dudes coming for Kenya on next week.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Now listen, now this what y'all not finna do is make me have to defend somebody I don't like. Now that's what we not gonna do. Now if it come down to that, I just don't know what to do. But I don't want to do that. Now yeah, they already put me in that position with Potomac last season. I had to defend Candace Secret Squirrel because Team Yellow ganged up on her, and they was wrong.
Hmm.
Don't put me in no position to have to defend the likes of Kenya Moore.
And they got you with Drew earlier this
Yeah,
season.
they got me with Drew.
They've
Yeah,
been working you.
I don't like this.
Next thing you know, you'll be defending Sonya.
Oh hell, don't do me that now. Necessary. I don't like to see men gang up on a woman. I sure don't. I don't. I don't care how heinous that woman may be. You don't do that. That's right, Lala. He's an evil elf on the shelf. Shame on Todd. That was ugly. I ain't like that. Like I was watching, like, oh, okay, this happening. Oh, she brought a little kid, and then I heard that comment. I was like, you know how you take that deep inhale, that sharp breath. It was a sharp inhale. I was like, wait, just a minute. How did we
Mm-mm.
get here? I guess we got to see how it play out because I need to see what on earth happened to provoke you into talking to that lady like that.
Was it at the dinner? It was when the dude walked in with her.
It was they was sitting at the table. Wasn't they sitting at the table, y'all? When he said that the young man was sitting over there, he blushing like a little, you know how little kids blush when they around their 18 them and you tell them, get up and show them how you do that dance. Y'all know how we do them children. And he was sitting there looking like somebody told him, get up and show them how to do the funky chicken. And then you hear Todd voice talking about, oh, you like older women. I ain't like that.
My man
I
from
ain't
saying
like that.
you like women with money.
Yeah, exactly. You like women who give you a allowance, Dennis the Menace. The
We
nerve of
call them
you.
paymasters down here.
Child, I call it, that ain't what I call it. Now, we use the term paymaster, but that's his foster mama. Real rap.
Not as
Now, we going to be real. Let's be real. That's your foster mama.
not him in the same predicament as Michael and Willie.
He in the same boat with Michael and William. Maybe that's why Candy's so churched about it. Because she ain't throwing her foster kid out yet. She got him walking around talking about her real kids is entitled. My bad. I shouldn't have did that. But Nessa said, yeah, he started giggling, but I didn't know it was Todd. That's what they told me, girl. They said that was Todd. If that was Todd, Todd is evil. They gonna have to show me something real that really provoked him to try to embarrass that lady like that, because that was just straight up trying to humiliate that lady. God's anointed daughter said yes, and he was wiping his face with a handkerchief. Ooh. Mimi said, I wonder how much he charges an hour for Kenya. I don't know. He young, so I'm sure his rates ain't that bad. I'm sure he got a nice little deal.
Ken, you better not be paying.
Well, when she paid Walter, Walter admitted he got paid, but he didn't ever say nothing like, oh, she didn't pay me, or she didn't pay me what she agreed to pay me. So whatever goes on, like, if apparently she don't do him too wrong. Mark seemed to be the only one not cool with the payment arrangement, and it might be because he had to give up a whole baby and pretend to be married. I don't know.
Yeah. And
Yeah, that's a foster mom.
this show painted Mark and Mark didn't walk away with no cool point. You know the way that the general public perceived him. He didn't take no cool point, so he probably wants some compensation.
Yeah, she tried to damage the boy's image because he didn't get no bad. I didn't have no bad impression of him. Only thing I didn't like about Mark was that nose ring, and that's just because it made me uncomfortable. I don't know how to feel about a fellow wearing a nose ring.
You and
It
Sheree called
confused
it
me.
out.
Yeah,
But see,
and
Sheree
some,
can't talk now because y'all showed me the person she was pretending to be with. I didn't know who
Mm-hmm.
he was, but y'all showed me.
Child,
Uh,
sure did.
and,
Sure did.
and
And
y'all
look
showed
here.
me, sis.
Hey, listen, Sheree shouldn't have mentioned that nose ring.
Mm-mm.
If
Your,
anybody should have been real quiet about a nose ring, it should have been her.
your man got a whole Whitney Houston pantsuit from 1992 with a fur.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. But whatever the case may be, you know, that what they say. They say, you know, Martell is was giving us sassy auntie vibes.
I just feel so bad for Sheree because she really do. She give me slow, and I'm not saying non-functioning because the lady, she raised the kids and stuff, but she give me just like she not all the way. She's socially off, and
Yeah,
her decisions, even when she try to talk or explain herself, sometimes she go to start stuttering and fidgety and all that stuff. Sheree's not. And did you notice what she say? If it don't work this time, she gonna bury Sheba Sheree should have been buried and decaying.
long time ago.
Yeah, that baby passed away when you had the fashion show and you had the pictures up there
Yeah, that
instead of the
fabulous
crack.
fashion show with no fashions.
Right. Now you talking about if this time it don't work. And Sheree, the only thing you knew you wanted for sure is you wanted it loose, but you also wanted it tight enough so people can see the print.
That's all you wanted. That's all you knew was that you wanted to see somebody's privates
Yeah.
through the clothes. And I don't know that I would have told anybody that.
Right. You want to see everybody private, but you were just crying about your prison bill you've been waiting on all this time.
Yeah, but now we done moved on to privates.
Yeah, we want to see the. And I didn't know if she was specifically talking about men or what she say hanging, so she had to be talking about.
She was talking about me and she said VPL, visible print line, is what that nasty cow said now.
But
Now
didn't know
that's what
what
she said.
fabric to choose.
Hmm. Now that's what was said. And that was disturbing. I don't know why she would say that. You don't know nothing about fabric, but you know you want to see genitalia. Mm-hmm.
That's like me going to the store. It's like, can you give me that meat that you put on a bun and put cheese
Oh,
on top of it?
yeah, that one. You know that meat. That's the meat I want. That show me that meat.
But her mind was focused on the other meat.
Ah, like Arby's. She got the meats. That's not okay.
And then
That's
talking about telling your son you want him to model the clothes and going up there talking about Prince. Sheree, you got to get it together.
oh God. Why? Just why? Why, Sheree? Why, Sheree? But
She
yeah,
don't.
like in reality though, like I said, when it come to Mark though, Mark really didn't do nothing in my opinion. I didn't have no problem with Mark.
I think people are mad because they feel like because you're married to somebody in a relationship with somebody, when they open their mouth up and lie, you supposed to go along with the lie. And Mark had no problem kind of calling Kenya to the carpet when she was making up some stuff that I
Right.
remember.
That's all it was. And they was like, oh, he supposed to be on my team. And even Portia little slow tail talking about Dennis gonna be on my team no matter what. And this and that. Yeah, he was on your team till he lied on you and said you attacked his mama. Like, girl,
Hmm.
this is why I don't go for all that fake loyalty stuff. But I just wanted y'all to make sure y'all remembered who we was talking about. You know, the same person that had something to say about Mark's nose ring. This is who she claiming. That ain't claiming her. This the man
Oh
she let not
Lord,
claim her.
it's the pose, the outfit, and everything.
Child, he posing like Wayman from Low Down Dirty Shame. This time get me mild. Last time you got me super girl. Woo! The same lady pointing out those rays got not claimed by that fella right there. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Miss Peaches, you better get this Rock Wilder. Go ahead, Martell. I ain't never watched one of your shows, but god darn it, I love your look, baby. Queen Me say, did you notice she didn't buy any fabric, just end up getting samples? Why waste them ladies' time? Wasn't that a waste? Wasn't that a
men
waste?
on men on film. He was giving me men on. You remember
Oh,
the
yeah,
segment?
hated it.
Uh,
Oh, he need that little hat. We got to put that little hat on to the side of his head. I wonder if he watched my show, if I could get 2 snaps in a circle. You think? Go,
Martell,
Martell.
if you watch, do that.
Man, yo, I need that. Mimi say Martell look like a buff hedgehog. I'm through.
That's sad. And
Uh,
he had women over him.
yeah. Arguing and stuff because that was fake. That's just why I say I can't. I just couldn't watch that show. I couldn't take it. Lala say, "Yep, hated it. 2 snaps, a twist, and a kiss." That's right. 2 snaps, a twist, and a kiss, honey. I love it. I love it. Listen, y'all, I'm finna get up off of here and go see what my children is up to. Is what I'm finna do. But I love y'all to pieces. I love you to life. And I'm finna get up out of here. Is what I'm about to do. Listen, I need y'all to hit 3 free buttons for me. The like button is free. Please hit it. If you already hit it, thank you. If you did not hit it, please, 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 in the words of James Brown, hit that like button. I sure appreciate it. Hit that notification bell, please, so you'll know every time that I go live over here on this porch. Make sure you click all, okay? And then the subscribe button. If your subscribe button is red, even if you don't like to talk in the chat, you might want to talk another day. Hit that subscribe button because we want to hear from you. Man, where Kim been? I've been looking for Kim to come tell us what's going on.
I miss Kim, but we got to wait for Marlo to really do something. You know,
Oh, yeah. When Marlo act up, Kim gonna be back. I trust her. I trust Kim.
Come for that. She'll come for that Kandi and Marlo argument.
Yep, I hope so. Kim, if you listening, boo, we love you. Come back and tell us everything Marlo did. Because I love it. I don't care who don't like it. I love it. So listen, I appreciate you guys. Hit them 3 free buttons. Enjoy the rest of y'all evening. And we will talk again when it's time for that Florida Negro news tomorrow and the funny papers and any other gossip that come along. Plus the fact, y'all, don't forget, we still got to talk about P Valley. Because this episode this week, oh my God. Wow. We going to talk about it. But y'all enjoy the rest of your night. And remember, if don't nobody else tell you, honey, God loves you, I love you, and ain't nothing in the world you can do about it. Tell them people good night, nephew.
Good night. I love y'all family.
All right. Bye, guys.